It always does that to me. Mic check, mic check, 1 2. Hello and good evening, everyone. Late at night, back at it again. We are live on the Decrepit channel, and this is Unlimited Tirade, episode 8, live stream redemption. We have not been live in several months. The last one we did, episode 7, was our Revenge of the Sith anniversary special, where we discussed and talked about the book and the movie and what have you. We had Fractured Filtered on. Shout out to him as well. Thank you so much for being a part of that. But tonight we are back, and it is I, Decrepit, your humble and gracious host, the hooded lad in the corner of the cantina, here with my lovely panel. We are back to give you all of the tisms that you guys are used to having. So shout out to all of you guys for joining in tonight. We really appreciate you being here. Hopefully we have a great stream that you guys are going to enjoy. And yeah, we're just going to have a good time. As you guys already saw on the banner, I am not paying StreamYard right now, so there is no intro for the time being until we can feasibly make that happen. No intro or clips are going to be played on this stream. So I apologize in advance for that, but just bear with us until we get to that point where we're at. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We see everybody in here. We got Oddball. Shout out to you. What's up, man? Nasal Servant Dark. Backseater, it's good. Oddball. What's up, man? What's up? What's up? Good to see you guys already. All right. I have my gracious panel here. Let's go ahead and get everybody in here. We got coming to the stage. We got Captain Keeli is in the building. What is up, sir? How are you?
I'm good.
Good to see you, man.
Very good
to have you here. Always good, jolly good time. And then we have the bastard himself, Narrowdark. And he has a plan.
Hello.
Welcome back, Narrowdark. Good to see you.
I'm hello, nice to see you again. We just said hi to each other.
Well, they don't know that. The chat doesn't know it.
They don't know that.
They don't know we talked. They don't know we're friends. And he has a plan.
Acquaintances.
I love the avatar, by the way, Narrowdark. Lovely.
Thanks.
You're
I have a couple other ones.
I know you do. He'll gradually change them as it goes. But yeah, man, real quick, I just wanted to start this off. Keely with the Dexter. Nice. We just basically wanted to touch base again with you guys. We've been working in real life pretty much, just doing real life shit. That's why we haven't come back. It's mostly been on my part, but you know, that's just here nor there. Keely, you haven't been doing anything on the channel lately, have you? You've been kind of
no, I haven't been doing much. I've been
yeah. You got to come back to the live. You got to come back to the live streams, mate. Everybody always says they enjoyed the live streams that you did.
Yeah, I need to do
me included. yeah. Maybe you do. Maybe you bring those back and yeah, get that sub count up. Narrowdark, you've been I just noticed it's Arthur Morgan. You've been putting out content consistently, man. I've been loving the growth on the channel. How's that been going for you?
Yeah, pretty good, I guess.
Yeah.
I need to get back to making some more Star Wars Legacy videos. I've
You
got
didn't
like
finish-
3. No,
You
I
didn't finish the
like,
series.
Scran has like overtaken me. He's read the whole thing, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, he has. But now, yeah, you've been also covering things like DC and Game of Thrones as well. So you've been broadening the horizon. I've been liking seeing that. It's been good, mate.
Yeah. I'm excited for that new Game of Thrones show.
What is it called again? The Knights of something?
It's a Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Okay. And what's that covering exactly? Because I kind of dipped out of Game of Thrones after like the first show ended.
Let me think. It's set 100 years before Game of Thrones, and it's about a hedge knight called Sir Duncan the Tall.
Interesting.
And he has a squire who may or may not be a Targaryen prince. Maybe that's a spoiler. I mean, it's the plot of the show. It's a plot of the novellas, but it's more lighthearted than Game of Thrones, and it's just more like fun fantasy hedge knight being a good guy hero kind of thing.
Is there a novel for this property?
Yeah, it's based on the novellas.
Okay,
you can get all 3. I would recommend reading those if you haven't read the Game of Thrones books. Read A Night of the Seven Kingdoms first, because it's a lot easier to get through.
Very
and
nice.
It's good. It's probably just as good.
Very cool, man. I can't wait to see you covering that content on the channel. We'll be looking forward to that. We will look at your career with great interest. But yeah, shout out to the panel, man. Really happy to have you guys here, man. It's always a good time. Hopefully you guys are ready for tonight and all the tisms, bringing it back. We wanted to go ahead and start this off, kick it off, basically. We wanted to do a in memoriam, basically a rest in peace to Mr. Drew Struzan, who was one of the iconic artists that did the re-release poster for the original Star Wars in 1978, and then proceeded to follow up with amazing posters that followed for the saga. He did a poster for every one of the original 6, and then he unfortunately came back for The Force Awakens when Disney beckoned the call after his retirement in 2008. But for those that didn't know, he did oil paintings basically for the characters on the cover of the 1978 re-release for Star Wars. There was also Mr. George Charles White III. He was the one that did the spaceships and like the background accents and what have you. But Mr. Struzan was the one who did the character design, all in oil painting. Beautiful artwork. And then he proceeded to do Blade Runner, Indiana Jones, Coming to America, The Goonies, The Muppet Movie, and like I said, the other 5 of the Star Wars saga movies that he contributed to. So we wanted to go ahead and just start this off with a rest in peace to a Star Wars icon, a legend, one of the OGs, and he will forever be remembered as the time goes on. Timeless work, timeless contribution to the saga and the franchise. Just wanted to get that out there for everybody. Keeli and Narrowdark, you guys obviously being fans of the franchise, you guys heard about him passing, and it was covered by a couple other people. But I noticed that there were some people that are like iconic shills and YouTubers that failed to notice this great passing of the legend, like how they per usual do. Did you guys notice that at all?
I haven't really been keeping up with any of those YouTubers.
No.
I try my best not to pay attention to the shills.
Yeah,
I got other things going on.
I hear that.
But it doesn't surprise me that they didn't really mention it.
These people, they claim to love Star Wars so much, but when somebody that was like a key piece to building up the icon and the imagery for something that they claim to be mega fans for, it's just kind of funny when it falls flat on their end to pay homage and respect to somebody such as Mr. Drew Struzan. I remember when the Greg Hildebrandt passed, I want to say last year, and then not a lot of people were even talking or covering that. So, a lot of these icons and these writers and these artists, they get overlooked by a lot of the Disney Star Wars fans, the new Star Wars fans, if what have you, fake fans, if you will. But yeah, rest in peace to Mr. Drew Struzan. We want to go ahead and we're going to start with we have a segment that we're bringing to the stream finally, and the segment is going to be called the Bothan Report. And this is where we talk all of the stupid news, the drama, and the tisms in the pop culture space. So just wanted to let you know, we'll have clips. Like I said, eventually one day when we have clips, we'll have a big old like shattering, like big old screen effects that says the Bothan Report. But until that day, we're going to go ahead and just announce it for you guys. And this will be the beginning of that segment. Real quick in the chat, Nazo Servant Dark, to the gang, I say dark greetings. And I can't pronounce that. To my Aussie friends, g'day cunts. And to Mr. Narrowdark, very happy freaking Griffith to you. Right on. There you go. Happy freaking Griffith, Narrowdark.
Thanks.
Thanks. You guys are the gentlemen are men of few words this evening. But we're going to go ahead, and I want to just kick this off on the Bothan Report. We had a preview of a new publication thing that's going to be released to the public. If I can go ahead and get it on screen real quick. They are re-releasing I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but they are re-releasing the Revenge of the Sith Episode 3 novelization written by Matthew Stover in a deluxe hardcover. And of course, this is being sold by, spearheaded by Disney, sold by Lucasfilm, and I will not be contributing to purchasing this, but I will have to admit that the foil edges on the pages right here, this is all foil edged paper, and it comes out to say, "This is how it feels to be Anakin Skywalker forever." ... One of the quotes that begins the novelization. And I don't know if anybody looked into this at all, but the only thing that like intrigued me when I heard about this release was that they're actually including the like 140 plus annotations written by Matthew Stover on the sides of the pages, like annotations and what have you. They're always scribbled and jotted down on the sides and in between lines. So
right.
we're gonna be getting all of that in this printing of this novel. So
yeah, that would make sense, because like I'm like, why is it $100? So if it's like a little extra than a normal novel, like I kind of get it, but still, like, who the fuck is paying this?
Yeah, I forget. It was Keely or one of you guys said it was more than 100, wasn't it? It was like 140, 150.
On Booktopia, it's 117 Australian.
Really? 115.
So that's fucking gross. And the Australian Nile, it's $99. Yeah, that's fucking gross. So fuck that.
Yeah, that's pretty expensive, especially for a Disney book. Well, like we call these Disney books because now anything that's printed after the selling of Star Wars to Disney and Lucasfilm being owned by Disney, everything that now they put out is considered Disney content, even though this is original work done by Matthew Stover. And like I said, I'm intrigued by the possibility of having annotations written by Stover on the side. Like maybe I'll sail the high seas, basically, is what I'm getting at. I'm gonna go.
You could probably find like a PDF of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go like the free route to get like the digital scans of these pages just so I can see what they're talking about. But yeah, this was announced, and I don't know if it's available for purchase yet or if it has another couple weeks upon release, but who knows. But just for anybody that was looking for like Star Wars book news, this was the only one that was worth mentioning, because we all know that they're coming out with that Rey book. They're titling it Star Wars Legacy, I believe it is. And there they go again, stealing a title from EU property to bastardize it.
Like this deluxe edition will show up with the Legends banner, because they do that sometimes where they'll promote like a sale of like, well, basically this happened to me. I got fucking bamboozled. I bought these new Jedi Order books on Amazon, and they were advertised without the Legends banner on them. But when I got them, they had the Legends banner on it.
You pulled a theory?
I was tricked. I would not have bought those books if I knew that would happen.
You pulled a theory, because he too bought in mass, and then they were all with the Legends banner. So I assume that that's the same route that he possibly went. But damn, that's a shame that you've been had.
I will say, like, I personally don't want those books in my collection, but like that's the easiest way to get those books if you want to read them. It's the cheapest way anyway, unless you can get like a PDF.
No, I totally hear that.
Them on like there's an Internet Archive.
Yeah,
you could definitely find some books on there.
That's funny you say that, because Internet Archive was how I read one of the Godfather novels recently. I was getting into the Godfather novel written by Mario Puzo, and then the sequel novel called The Sicilian, and I read both of them off of the Internet Archive website. So yeah, it's very affordable, meaning free, when you want to read something. So that's definitely a good plug. Keely, I know when we spoke about the Revenge of the Sith novel in our anniversary special, did you ever get around to reading a physical copy or owning a physical copy of the Revenge of the Sith print?
No, sadly, but we're still looking around. There was a seller in my hometown that had a whole bunch of these Star Wars books, and I think novelization was a part of them, but unfortunately, it was on, I think, some sort of, it was Facebook Marketplace, I think. And so I'm going there. I asked to buy them for a bit, like set price or whatever, and then suddenly he just pulls out or whatever. I don't know. Maybe someone came and bought them off of him. I don't know, but yeah, I was pretty frustrated that day. Haven't found any other seller that at the price I want.
How much is it exactly to ship to Australia from the States? Does anybody know off the top of their head?
Depends on where you're buying from, I guess.
It depends.
Usually it's it's too much. It's too much fucking. It's like $30 maybe, or it's 30 to 50. Like I want to say it's something around that. It's kind of fucking bullshit, but it is what it is. And this deluxe edition, Star Wars Explained.
He got it.
Got it for free. He got it early.
He got it for free.
Sure.
Oh,
a few days ago. Yeah,
Disney hooked him up
before it released.
Yeah, I own Legends reprint. Oh yeah, you know what? Oddball, I'll own it up to it. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it before, but I actually have the Legends reprint for Darth Plagueis in my collection. I found it at Goodwill for 50 cents, so I didn't see is that putting money in Disney's pocket.
I think if you can find them secondhand. I spent $50 at like a pawn shop recently or whatever it's called, Goodwill or some shit.
Yeah.
And I bought like so many fucking books, and most of them I ain't even gonna read, but it was just like all these kinds of. I'm pretty sure I bought a Bible as well, just because it was like it was so cheap.
Hey man, sometimes older prints of the Bible can be worth money. Yeah, sometimes like older printings of the Bible.
I found like the original release for the Hunger Games novels. They came in like a box set, like the original box art.
Right.
And
very cool.
Underrated fucking novels. I think they're pretty good. And those movies are really good too.
Nice. That's very cool. I wanted to also say that, like this does kind of look cool, but like Narrowdark said, they definitely will find a way to, if it's not on the hardcover exterior, as soon as you open this on the first title, the cover page or the title page, it will say Legends on it. So
yeah, I think I from what I saw on Star Wars Explained, like Instagram, it doesn't have it on there, but it could be like the I don't know if you've ever listened to the Mark Thompson like audiobooks that they released for the EU. A lot of it always starts with like from the exclusive Legends collection. So I wouldn't be surprised if like one of the first pages has something like that on it anyway.
Yeah, actually one of the No, not the original, but there's like an excerpt cut on YouTube to like preview the starting of the unabridged audiobook for Shadows of the Empire. And when I started it out, it had that little like that disclaimer in the beginning of this is part of the Disney Star Wars Legends collection and the legacy of the expanded universe, all preserved stories, and like it's like a whole like narrative thing that they try to
it's like for over 30 years.
Yeah,
it's like,
it's like it's like a big old spiel to like glaze the listener, like, oh, don't hate us because it's not canon anymore in our eyes, but you can still give us money for this.
I will say, like, those audiobooks are actually really good. Like, they're really well done.
Oh yeah, it's just I don't want to go through Audible and give Disney the money for it.
Like you could definitely I think staraudiobook.net you can get free audiobooks, and on Spotify you can listen to them for free if you have a membership. You can listen to a lot of audiobooks there. I'm pretty sure my sister pays for my Spotify anyway. I'm not paying for that shit.
I'm on a family
plan with my sister, and like she pays for that. So
yeah, man, yeah. But I think I'm actually gonna get a hookup from somebody in the community for a free method to listen to some of the unabridged Star Wars books. So that will be to be announced, to be seen soon. But yeah, the Revenge of the Sith hardcover reprint. Let us know in the chat what you guys think of this. Are you going to spend your hard-earned money on another printing trying to get shoved down your throat by Disney, or are you going to pass and just bust open a classic old copy out of the library?
I think it's important to note that the front of this like book or whatever kind of is using the sort of Kenobi TV show-esque sort of visual style. Yes. They sort of like to like put the Mustafar lava with like a Vader like cutout or whatever. Yeah, and that kind of put me off just from seeing it for the first time. So yeah.
I don't want to say it, but if you got rid of the black like silhouette portion of the Vader outline and just left like the lava cover how it is, it looks a little bit better, kind of. But that's probably all I'll say. The foil edge on the paper, like I said, like how like like higher expensive copies of the Bible will have like this foil edging right here on like new King James versions, and other novels have done it. Like there's like a a deluxe printing of Lord of the Rings that has like foil edging like this as well on the pages. So I kind of am partial to it. I like the way it looks, but this just looks like something like if it was to be purchased for like $115, I'd put it in plastic and put it on the shelf and never open it.
Yeah, it's like a display thing. I wouldn't get it to read it other than the annotations, but it kind of reminds me of like you can get like hard copies of like Dracula and other stories like that. They have a similar design. So
yes. Yeah,
I mean, it's a
right.
classic novel. It is Revenge of the Sith. It is a classic.
It's regarded as one of the best in the EU. So, you know. I was also gonna say, Keely, like we'll talk, man, because I have like 3 copies of the Revenge of the Sith hardcover, and I'm gonna need to get you one. So I'll need to figure that out. Yeah, we'll need to figure that out. But yeah, Revenge of the Sith hardcover reprint. Not gonna buy it personally, but the annotations sound like something to be desired and maybe gandered at, because the mind of Matthew Stover for Star Wars. Love to pick that brain one day. But yeah, Revenge of the Sith hardcover reprint. We'll go ahead and close that out. All right. Moving on as well into the tism reports that we had. There was talks in the video game space. It actually got revealed. I want to say it was today that people were discussing it, and I'll go ahead and throw. Oh god damn it, wrong thing. Remember to stream, Jaw. Remember to stream. All right. Here we go. So, Star Wars Eclipse. This was a game that was teased. I'm not going to call what they put out for this a trailer. This was teased back in 2021, if everybody remembers when they put this out on YouTube, and it was basically just a high quality 4K cinematic little thing of a couple clips flashing back and forth with like some dramatic music, like some drum music and shit, and you got some alien playing on a drum. And basically no information was given out about this. It was shown. Shills and fake fans and Disney fans alike, even TCW fans, all clamored for this. They all were like, "Oh, I can't wait to see what this is. This looks good. I'll play it." Like, I don't know how people can say that about just from seeing a little short little teaser clip, because in the past, people that were doing the people that worked at LucasArts for the older public video games, they had cinematic trailers for the Star Wars The Old Republic MMO, and everybody knew that that's not the actual gameplay. There's no gameplay that was released. And then when real fans went to go play the game, and they were like, "Oh yeah, this is awesome," and then fake fans that saw that shit, they were like, "This looks nothing like the trailer." I'm like, "What do you expect? It's a fucking computer RPG." But anyway, so I definitely remember this being shown out. Do you guys remember this being teased? Of course. And a lot of notable creators were like discussing this, milking videos, trying to see if there was going to be any leaked information. And there was actually a couple things pointed out from like interviews from what's his name, David Cage, the CEO from Quantic Dream, which is the studio that created Detroit Become Human.
Yeah, this game is gonna fucking suck if it's anything like Detroit Become Human. The most unsubtle fucking game I've ever played. All the androids at the back of the bus. Like, okay, dude.
Yeah, that game was, if you can even call it really a game, it just feels like an interactive like HBO TV show.
Like Beyond Two Souls and stuff and Heavy Rain, like all these games. I don't want to play a Star Wars game that's like any of that.
Yeah. Especially when it's this is actually based off of the High Republic.
I know it. I was just about to say it's probably High Republic, and that era is awful. It's so boring.
It was confirmed that this is covering the High Republic era within 100 years prior to, I want to say, the Acolyte project, or I could be wrong, but yeah, I didn't give a fuck about this, obviously. That's no news there. A lot of us probably, I could agree with the whole panel in tandem when I say that none of us gave a fuck about this. There was people that give credit to different Star Wars games that come out under the EA banner, like the Jedi Survivor, Jedi Fallen Order came out. I played Jedi Fallen Order, didn't play Survivor. The gameplay in Fallen Order was pretty cool, and it was like a bit of a refreshing like feel, but the story was all just fake Star Wars news, fake Star
and let
Wars
me tell
lore.
you, like the gameplay kind of, it's like supposed to be like a Soulsborne type thing, and I like that about, like, it's a good idea for a Star Wars game, but the story, if you didn't like the first one, the second one is even worse. Like the story is, and that's not even like, because the Spider-Man on PS5, like the sequel to that story was also shit. So sometimes you just get a good one at this, like, and the first one was like, that's when they show Starkiller Base as Ilum.
Yes.
They show like it being under construction, like not like 10 years after Revenge of the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been under construction for like 40, 50 fucking
oh yeah,
years.
man, they got to bridge those sequel movies, man. Got to bridge all of the sequel. Every road leads to Rey. Every road leads to the sequel trilogy. So we're gonna say something, Keely?
Yeah, that's just stupid. From like, so Palpatine wants to build a Death Star, but he's also having this being constructed as well. So wouldn't he put more effort into getting the big scary one built than the?
It literally doesn't make any sense.
Why?
What's the point on building 2 Death Stars and Starkiller Base, and also a giant fleet of like Star Destroyers that can destroy planets as well? That's all happening at the same time. And I recently read another, because I made that video about Legacy of Vader. This is the Kylo Ren comic.
Oh my god!
And
don't start.
I read something called The Rise of Kylo Ren. So it's kind of a play on like the Rise of Darth Vader novel, but it's a comic, and it's nowhere near as good. But when Ben, like, so in the fucking, so let me just talk about this comic for a second. In the Last Jedi, they paint it like Ben destroyed the Jedi Order, and Luke even says he left with a handful of my students. In the comic, that doesn't happen. Like,
oh, I believe that, of course.
And it's like that confrontation where he like thinks Luke is going to kill him happens, and then I'm pretty sure like the First Order just blow up the Jedi Order, and Ben's like, I didn't want this to happen. And then like some other Jedi students show up, and then Ben leaves to find Ren and the Knights of Ren, and then those Jedi go after him, and then they die. And then he kills Ren and becomes Kylo Ren. But here's the thing. They show Palpatine alive on Exegol during the, like, when Ben turns on Luke, Palpatine's alive at that point. So he must have been alive like the whole time. He died in Return of the Jedi in Disney canon, and then immediately, I guess, transferred his essence into his clone. And then Snoke is also there. And they're 2 separate beings, but from the Rise of Skywalker, it made it sound like he was controlling Snoke through the Force or something. But I don't know, like all this material that Disney have, it just contradicts itself. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, they can't even maintain their own lore. They can't.
And I guarantee
it.
This Eclipse shit, there's going to be a Sith in it. There's going to be some Sith shit. What if? Oh, never mind. It's before the Acolyte. Remake it and make it Acolyte season 2. Fuck it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, that sounds so cluttered and boring. They don't know what to do. Exactly, oddball. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, this is before the Acolyte in the Disney canon, so it's going to be High Republic, because you had a flash. I won't play the video, because if I play videos, the connection kind of gets all buggy, so we're just looking at photos for this time around. But there's like a flash to like Yoda in the council chamber during the teaser for this game when they released it, and I was like, oh, like that, okay. And then I saw like the Jedi's training, and then like the Dark Lord looking character with like a red robe, and like I was just like, this looks like a time period of like way before. Like maybe they're doing like they're actually maybe gonna do something interesting, but no, don't count on it.
So from what I can see, I just googled it. The Acolyte is 132 BBY, and Eclipse is around 500 BBY.
Yeah. Okay. Even further back.
God, this just sounds awful.
But yeah, but Yoda's still alive during that time, so
I think Yoda in Return of the Jedi said he was alive for like 800 or 900 years, something like that.
After 900 years, yeah.
Yeah, because he dies of old age. He's fucking
so,
old. He's been around for a while.
So Yoda will be roughly like in the ballpark of like 300 something years old.
So is he going to be a young
time.
man or like?
Is he's still going to be a baby?
Because Baby Yoda is 40 and a baby. So
oh yeah,
250 years. How old is he going to be in 250
dude,
years?
they
Baby
don't.
Yoda,
They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing at all.
How do they develop? How smart is Baby Yoda supposed to be? He's 50.
I don't know, man, but I know that the way that
What if
they
he?
aged him down like that is just bananas. They've shot themselves in the foot with that.
What if he's like a grown man, but he just pretends to be a baby?
He just sucks on a fucking pacifier and
See,
just goes.
I always figured that the mental state of Yoda's species develop at the same rate, and he's just a long-lived person. Yeah. So he's so wise because he's lived so long. But if you don't become like sentient as a person after 50 years, then what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, they can technically still abort him.
I mean, if he died, it's like, oh, the baby died.
I'm just thinking, imagine you're, whatever his name, the Mandalorian or whatever, and you're wasting like, I don't know, 70, 60 years of your life caring for this little fucking thing, and you don't even get to see him become a teenager.
That's fucked. Imagine if you had to spend the rest of your life looking after a newborn baby, and it's just a newborn until you die.
What a shitty babysitting.
And then what's going to happen to that kid? Who's going to look after that kid?
No one knows. Narrowdark.
The moment he's died, no one comes to like feed it or anything, and it just dies as well. And so you're just wasting your whole fucking life.
You know how he went off with Luke. I assumed that they retconned that and made him go back with Mando because Kylo. We know what happens with Luke's order, but you could have just said, "Oh, he lived. He survived that because he already survived one Jedi purge."
Order 66 him, like how they Order 66 all these Jedi that survived.
Oh,
you know.
So speaking of that, in the Rise of Kylo Ren comic, he goes after a Jedi who survived Order 66, and it's like an old lady, and I was just like, what the fuck are we doing? And there's actually a connection to Rogue One in,
of course,
in the comic I covered. I'm pretty sure there's a character who like tells Vader in that movie that Director Krennic is here to see him. It's like some old guy, and that guy's
and then that's the one who's like the head in the jar.
Yeah. So like all of this stuff, like it's all connected to these Disney. Like even Rogue One is connected to the Disney era, the sequel era now. You know, like it's all connected, crisscross.
Yeah. Disney Disney's supposed to connect everything to each other, but they do it and then they rewrite their stuff in comics and books. I wonder how contradictory this new novel, the Star Wars Legacy novel that they're coming out with. I wonder how bad that's gonna cut off a lot of their other properties at the leg. I
have been listening to the audiobook for Rise of Skywalker because I just wanted to I was gonna make a review on it, I think, but they mentioned stuff in that, and it's like I guess Leia was trained by Luke for a while, like enough to where she could potentially teach Rey some stuff. Like I guess, but they don't really talk about that in the movie. It's not really like it feels like, why is Leia training this woman? What can she do? Because it didn't sound like she had much training anyway. Whatever.
No, he's gone.
You guys there?
That's it, guys. That's it.
You guys there?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Why the fuck?
Oh yeah, they explain it like, I think Dave Filoni's like, it's a campfire story, so that's why all these things contradict. It's like, oh, it's just like a campfire story, so it's a different person telling it. So it's like, yeah, way to fucking hack writer.
The problem is, didn't they like promise that, like right at the start, that it's going to be like an interconnected thing? You don't have to worry about like levels, hierarchy of canon or anything. Like it's all going to make sense. That's literally they promised that. Like when they got rid of the EU, are they retarded or something? Yes. God.
Yeah, that was the whole reason they decanonized the EU, is so they could have like a cleaner continuity. That was the argument or whatever, and then they just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
They proceeded to make the Battle of Jakku stuff right from the get-go. That was fucked. Like they just didn't. They had
they
like a
put
whole
it
bunch
in the Battlefront game.
Yeah. So do you know what the Battle of Jakku is supposed to be? It's basically the
iconic, the end of the Empire battle.
Pretty much, it's supposed to be the last stand of the Empire, but this is happening prior to Thrawn coming back. So it's like they had their last stand and then failed, and now Thrawn is going to come back and have their last stand again, and then somehow it's all going to transition into the First Order.
Yeah. I don't know about that, son. I don't know about that.
The First Order is supposed to be like, at the time of the sequels, the most powerful military in the galaxy, and like you never get that feeling ever. It never made sense how they had all this stuff, and
it feels so small, like in scale.
If all the stormtroopers were clones, it might make a little more sense. And yeah, that's the thing. It feels small scale, and Starkiller Base is like their shipyard. That's the only place they had to build ships. So when it got destroyed, they had to take over Corellia. This is in the comics. And yeah, it's just like everything to do with the First Order does not make sense, like logistically. And I don't think you could ever really set it up properly. Because
never mind. You know how they apparently like all the stormtroopers are like brainwashed, like they just went up to planets and just kidnap kids or whatever. Like that takes a lot of effort. Like
just clone people.
The technology. Then they have the cloning technology because Palpatine's back.
Yeah, why didn't I see? And like with the final order, you know, like Star Destroyers have like thousands of people on them.
Yeah.
And then in Rise of Skywalker, there's like 100 Star Destroyers. If you just said, "Oh, everyone, all these people on these Star Destroyers, they're all clones. That's how we man them." It's like, okay, that's fucking crazy, but like at least it made some sense. But no, it's like, where do all these fucking people come from? Exegol? I doubt you can like have a thriving society in a shithole.
Hey man, all those Sith followers were just having orgies in the Star Destroyers, and just
it's like Matrix.
All those people grew up to be middle-aged men and women by the time the movie happened, so they were able to operate all the ships.
Is anyone? But like, it's just retarded.
Well, yeah, that's the simple explanation. It's all retarded. Yeah, like none of it makes sense. They back and forth, eat their own tail. They write themselves in a corner. None of it's coherent. It's all a mess. Like that's the gimme of all of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if you're gonna take from the EU anyway, maybe like look at how they did it and just try and do a version of that. Thrawn used clones. That was a big thing in, I think, Dark Force Rising. In that Thrawn trilogy, he used clones to man the ships that they stole. Because that's how you man ships. When you don't have any men, you just clone people. You clone your best soldiers. You find your best pilot and you clone him. Those are the pilots. You find your best stormtrooper, you clone him. Those are your stormtroopers.
I mean,
you find your best officer and you clone that guy, and then all your officers are the best guy. Like that's how you do it. If you want your story to make a little bit of sense.
They walk up to the top stormtrooper and they're like, "You're my best man. You're my best boy. I need you for a job. We're gonna prod you.
Thrawn goes
prod you on Camino."
Palpatine has a plan. I have a plan. We're gonna go to Exegol. I've got we just need more credits.
We just need more people and more credits. Palpatine becomes Dutch Vanderlyn.
Yeah, and then Vader is like, I gave you all I had.
I gave you all I had.
That's
master.
him on. That's him on Mustafari's burning. He's like, I gave you all I had. I gave you everything.
Fuck my life. I real quick, I just want to address, I don't know what's going on with StreamYard tonight, but it kicked me out and then it brought me back, and then I can't put my avatar up. Apparently you can't turn your webcam off and then put your avatar up while you're during your streaming. So they fucked me over right now. Just real quick, just wanted to point that out. But yeah, no one cares about Star Wars Eclipse. It's going to be about the High Republic, and so fuck them if they end up doing that. Like, more power to them. I hope they lose more money. That's and we'll just leave it at that. But
the High Republic books are coming back, I'm pretty sure.
In like reprints or something, or
no,
continuation
like
stories.
They're continuing, I'm pretty sure. Like they ended it, and then like a year later, they're like, we're actually bringing this back.
Oh yeah, so, I could see that.
I mean, they're not going to give up on their Star Wars. That's why they're bringing Rey back. Like it's their thing. That's Disney Star Wars, so they're going to want to put their creations at the forefront. So anyone surprised by that is just like,
of
stupid.
Course.
I'm talking about Josh from Den of Nerds. Like that guy's a fucking idiot.
He's not that bright. We'll get into the YouTuber talk like in a little bit for sure. Definitely want to cover that. But continuing on into like, that was like another like Star Wars tabloid thing that hit recently. Keely, you're a fucking fool. But there was also the revelation that my friends, that Rise of Skywalker actually had a budget that leaked recently, and it toppled just close to about, I want to say roughly $600 million for that piece of shit film. And my God, a colossal monument to the failure of Disney-led Lucasfilm and Disney Star Wars, if I've ever heard it. If you already didn't feel that way already, this is just another nail in the coffin of the sequel trilogy. And God damn, dude, like $600 million. And how well, Narrowdark or Keely, one of you guys can look, but the budget for The Force Awakens was roughly in that ballpark as well, wasn't it? Or was it cheaper? Guys,
447 million.
447. Fuck me.
Million.
And it made like over twice that, I think. So I mean, like this is like, movies don't need to cost this much.
No,
you can,
not at all. Yeah. Not at all. No. Movies costing that much, especially, like, I get it, a big blockbuster film that's such as like a Star Wars property. I mean, sure, yeah, it can cost a good amount of money, but going over like $300 million, $400 million, are we just like attributing most of this to like celebrity actor cost and VFX as well? Is that where all the money fucking goes?
Rise of Skywalker,
or is this including the advertisement cost as well?
Like, I have no clue.
With the Rise of Skywalker, well, here's the thing, like, people say the actual budget is like, well, you got to double it for marketing. Like, that's not exactly true, but like, I will say the Rise of Skywalker effects there, they look pretty good, but I can't imagine that's where all the money went. It must have gone to like producers. J.J. Abrams definitely got a good amount of that money. And I would say, like, since it's the third film, all of the main character, all the lead actors definitely got a lot of that as well.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford probably got a fuckload just to be in that one scene.
Yes, he would have, yeah.
I want to assume he's probably the top paid actor in that movie.
They would have, like fucking 50.
And he's hardly even in it.
Yeah.
And he didn't even cut his hair for that shit too. He had like long hair. It's like Han Solo doesn't have fucking trim like that. What is this?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Real quick too, guys. I also have the Forbes article pulled up to the side, and I'll just read it out loud for you. I know every time I put it on the screen, the font's really small, so I'll just read it real quick. It was revealed on Monday that Disney spent a total cost of the 2019 Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker. It came to $593.7 million, making it the third most expensive movie in all of cinema history. Let's just take that right there
Yeah, and
alone, and that's
it's one
fucking
of the
crazy.
worst movies in cinema history.
One of the worst
So
movies, probably
I
bottom 10 movies of all time.
I secretly really enjoy watching it because it's so bad. Rise of Skywalker. I think it's
It
so
became one
fun.
of those drunk hate watch films for the
Yes,
fandom.
I
that's how I watched
unironically
it.
also think, yeah, I didn't. I think it's probably more enjoyable to watch than the first two. Like, The Force Awakens is just worthless. It's nothing. And then I think The Last Jedi is so boring.
I don't enjoy watching any of them, but that's just me. The Forbes article continues. It says the cost of production company behind the third installment of the sci-fi saga rose by 10.1 million last year, putting its total within a hair's breadth of the 452 million spent on Disney's first Star Wars movie, The Force Awakens. It too only just trails Jurassic World Dominion, which cost a monster 553 million. Holy fuck. As this reporter revealed in The Guardian earlier this year, remarkably, despite its staggering cost, The Rise of Skywalker came in under budget, and there's no doubt about that. Like the last three Jurassic World films, Disney Star Wars trilogy was made in the United Kingdom, which shines a spotlight on its costs for tax reductions. Yeah, yeah. I think a lot of films are just done in the UK now instead of the States. There's not too many big blockbuster films that are filmed over here anymore. I mean, Tarantino does it. Tarantino filmed his like last 3 movies in the States.
Yeah, I
He
want to say
still
like
does it.
Texas, I think it's either like production costs or a similar tax thing you get. There's some sort of benefit to filming in Texas, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
That's
there's
kind of
hella
similar to that.
shows. There's a lot of TV shows that are still filmed here in the States, of course, because TV shows don't need that much of a budget. But movies, like big movies, especially with Star Wars, is mostly like green screen and CGI. And I know they like tried to exclaim and put it out there like, oh, we're doing realistic scenes, we're doing realistic props and taking it back to basics. But like, come on, like a lot of those shots were done with like the green screen, and then what's that one that they did for they debuted it with the Mandalorian where it's like the 360-degree screen that's
The
going all the way
volume.
around. Yeah,
Volume.
the all the way
Yeah, I think
around
like
kind of deal.
the Batman uses the volume, and like it's the
Uh-huh.
only time where it's like, oh, you don't even notice. I don't think.
Yeah.
But like for the Disney Plus shows, you can tell because it looks like shit. I don't know why they do it. The people who use it for
Color.
Disney Plus, they just don't know how to use it properly. They don't know how to film with it to make it look good.
Mm-hmm.
So they just make it just looks like a shitty green screen anyway. So what's the point of using it?
Yeah. Maybe because they wanted to be the ones that said, "Oh, like we made this technology and we're
Yeah,
filming
they're
our brand new."
pioneers or whatever. Like, shut up.
Yeah. They're achievements. And it's not the Star Wars story that they wrote. It's the fucking technology that they used to film
That's
the
John
shitty
Favreau.
show.
All like if you watch him like the behind the scenes stuff for his Lion King movie, it's all about like the technology being used, and it's like, isn't this so innovative? And it's like, you're a fucking hack.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Try making something good.
I think that's what pretty much the Forbes article covered. Like, just it was all just after that. Just it's all glazing J.J. Abrams and Marianne Brando, who's the producer. Jesus Christ, this is horrible. It says reshoots are often planned into budgets, but J.J. Abrams told Entertainment Weekly that the movie ended up needing fewer than The Force Awakens. He explained that because The Force Awakens was the first movie in the Disney Star Wars series, we didn't know if these characters would work, if the actors would be able to carry a Star Wars movie. There were a lot of things we didn't know. On The Rise of Skywalker, we knew who and what worked. What a liar. What a fucking liar. What a load of drivel. God, Jesus, God, Christ, that's horrible.
Are they implying that John Boyega didn't work as Finn because they kind of reduced his role quite a bit?
I think they're implying that everyone was kind of skeptical at first if Rey or Finn or Poe would be able to carry a film alone, but clearly not. Everyone had to rely on Harrison Ford, Chewbacca, and Leia. And then at the end, of course, Luke, the reveal of Luke. I think that's what everybody kind of went in there watching, was waiting for the reveal of Luke, and then you get blue balled at the end of it just for Last Jedi to shit all over him. God damn Disney.
Anyway, they're still definitely making that Rey movie. And
yeah, that's still happening. That's definitely happening.
Like, despite not being interested, they clearly do have an outline of a plan. You know, they're gonna, for the Starfighter, they're gonna show you what the sequel era is like now, and then they're gonna move into like a Rey movie to set it up, and then they're gonna do a Rey trilogy, I think. And God,
well, what was the thing that was put around? Like, I don't know who spoke about it or if it was leaked or talked about, but what was like the confirmation that definitely the Rey stuff is happening still? Like, what was the piece of information that came out?
I think
for
there
that?
is just a rumor that the plot of Starfighter is one of Luke's old Jedi students has a kid. Amy Adams' character, I think, is the theory. She has a kid, and for some reason she needs the kid to get to Rey, and Ryan Gosling's character is the one who's going to take the kid to Rey. And it's
for
like
for the Starfighter movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Rey is going to be at least at the end of the film, I guess. I wouldn't be surprised if Amy Adams' character just dies, and that's why the kid needs help. You know,
they're gonna walk up to her, and it's gonna be the end. She's gonna be sitting on the edge of the Tatooine farm, and they're gonna be like, "Who are you?" And she's gonna be like, "Rey Skywalker," and they're gonna all make out.
Yeah, it's weird that like they just haven't done anything with Rey's Jedi Order in like comics or books or anything. Like,
because they don't know what they're doing, mate.
But here's what they can do now: is if the movie's set like 10 years into the future from Rise of Skywalker, you can just fill in that gap with comics and books before that movie comes out. But they're not going to do that because they're clueless.
Yeah, but they print too many comics and books already as it is, filling in the story for Kylo Ren. If they start doing that, they're going to put expectations on the Disney fans are going to suddenly have expectations and high hopes for the things that they like make promises in the published stuff, and then when it goes to the silver screen, none of that's going to happen. None of it, anything like, they do or create in those books or comics, none of it's going to happen or be.
No one who works on these movies and shows gives a fuck about the books or the comics in the Disney canon anyway.
No, I know that. Yeah.
So it's like pointless to even read these books because they might just get thrown in the bin.
I mean, shit, man. Like just recently, the Legacy of Vader comic. What are they on issue number 9 of that fuck ass series? And they're leading on with a love interest or like a potential romance between Kylo Ren and another character.
They did introduce like Tava Ren, some chick who leads the Knights of Ren. So if you didn't know, Kylo led
I
the Knights
don't
of
know
Ren.
because I don't read or pay attention to none of this.
Kylo
you're my Disney source.
led the Knights of Ren, and then Snoke was like, "We don't need these guys," so they chased them off. And then the Knights of Ren, who are just like random outlaw guys, they're not even like, they're just random guys, and they follow this chick. She's probably going to get killed by Kylo, and then he's going to be like, "Hey, you can come work for me now that I'm Supreme Leader or whatever." And that's how they show up back in Rise of Skywalker, I guess.
And then she's going to be one of the knights that he kills when he goes good again.
Potentially. I reckon because she's leading them, she's going to face Kylo to be the official leader, but he's obviously going to win that duel. And she's like a Force user as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course she is. Of course she is. But yeah.
Yeah, it's just all of it is fucking pointless. Don't read those comics. They're not very good.
No, that's why I like your video title when you said I read the Legacy of the Force comic so you don't have to. And Yeah, thank you. It was very informative to not have to like waste my time in itself doing it. I think your video was what, like 10-15 minutes long on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you for your contributions to the trouble and the torture that you had to endure, sir. But yeah. Moving on, like I said, that's nothing. We all knew that the Rise of Skywalker film, we knew that wasted money. We knew it was a money pit hole that J.J. Abrams probably spent half of it on like fucking drugs and and hookers, what have you. You know, allegedly.
That's like some James Gunn shit, I reckon.
Oh
That's what
man,
Scott does in his spare time. He doesn't spend the budget. He spends it on the films and all that. But in his spare time, the revenue that it generates, it's going right into his fucking coke habit.
You know what? I'm so glad you said that, Narrowdark, because the next person that I wanted to talk about in the Bothan report was good old James Gunn. And
our Lord and Savior.
Our Lord and Savior for the DC universe. We're gonna segue out of the fake Star Wars news. DC Comics is up in the air and up in shambles, some would argue, right now, due to the Peacemaker season 2 backlash and the direction that James Gunn is taking the DC universe as a whole. And I spoke about this the other day on the Hangout with Your Floppy stream, that this is just not the direction and the feeling and the DC universe that I thought we were going to be receiving. When you segue from the Guardians of the Galaxy Superman film that he created, and that I call it the Guardians of Superman film now, and going from that, and then we're going to be getting the Green Lanterns TV show. We already got the season 2 of Peacemaker finished off. He butchered Vigilante. He butchered a lot of lore in that TV show. And then we're going to be segueing into Supergirl and Clayface. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say anymore. And I can't defend this. I can't co-sign any of this direction. And I just want to see what happens, because there's also talks of Paramount purchasing Warner Brothers and the possibility of him getting the boot if that deal does go down.
Yeah, and there's also David Ellison is made a bid for WB, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, he did.
Through Paramount Skydance, I think. Oh, he's the CEO of Paramount Skydance, which is what you were talking about. And if you check his early life, it's going to tell you exactly what you think.
Whole lot of wokery or what?
No, actually, he's Jewish. That's what I meant.
Oh no, Keeli triggered.
I think they would honestly, like, even though I don't think what James Gunn has done so far has been the best, it would be kind of insane for them to buy it and then just be like, well, nice try, but we're going to try again, like a third time. Like, really? I'd say you're smarter to just try and stick with what's already been released and try and build on that instead of fucking it off. And then it's going to make DC's reputation even worse than it already is. Like, God, why DC fans, we're just suffering for decades at this point.
I can't remember. I think I want to say probably Christopher Nolan's trilogy is the last time I enjoyed property having to do with DC characters.
Oh, you mentioned in your stream that there was some stuff in the Batman that you wouldn't really want to see in like the DCU.
Yeah.
I was wondering what you meant by that.
Well, I'm gonna take James. I just wanted to open the segment right here with the photo, but I'm gonna take his photo off the screen now because it's hurting my eyes. Yeah, man. The Batman. So yeah, that's another great thing to say as well. The whole Matt Reeves Batman universe stuff, like that has no place in the new James Gunn universe. That he's not going to make that a thing, and I think it's a total waste of time. Matt Reeves probably feels like it's a waste of time and his resources and energy. That's probably why he's not in a hurry to make this part 2 come out, because once the part 2 does come out, he's going to be like, okay, see ya. And
yeah, that's it really.
And like, I don't like certain things. Like I still feel it's some type of way about Robert Pattinson's performance. And I'm not saying it's the worst thing I've ever seen, because George Clooney's out there. And I'm not a fan of, like, I know it's supposed to be young Bruce Wayne and it's supposed to be like based on like quote unquote year 2, because Matt Reeves said it was a lot of like year 1, year 2 references, and a lot of like what's the word, like research that he did into those projects specifically for this movie. And I don't really see it. I don't really see a whole lot of it. It doesn't have that like cold alone, like, what's the word, isolationist feel. Like it kind of does, but it doesn't, because
It's year 2 in
Batman's
the sense that he's a terrible detective.
yeah, and like I'm not a fan. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like Batman-ish to me. Like I don't know. I see Robert Pattinson, and I just think of like other things that he's done. I don't think of Bruce Wayne or Batman when I see his face. I don't know.
I like
Hollywood's just ruined him. I feel like for everybody.
I think he's a great actor generally. There's like
For sure.
he's been in some other stuff that is like he's really good, and I think given more like better material, he could play a really good Bruce Wayne, I reckon. And I do like the sort of aesthetic of Gotham, the way it looks, and the
Gotham's
vibe.
like my favorite part about the movie.
Like the way they did that, I thought that was like perfect. But like Paul Dano's Riddler, I wasn't really a fan of.
Yeah, that's the major drawback for me.
Even like I don't even think Paul Dano could play a good. I mean, he's a creep. He's played good creeps before, but
I think he could play somebody like if Superman had like a dark villain to like go up against in like a movie or a show, the Toyman.
The Toyman. I was because
Yeah.
there's a Marvel character I think called like the Toy Maker or something like
Yeah,
that. So
yeah.
I was, like a little confused.
DC,
But yeah, the Toyman is what I was thinking of.
Toyman is like
Or like Mad Hatter or something.
Mad Hatter, yeah, but Mad Hatter would have to be like a shorter, older, like dingier looking guy. In my opinion, Toyman is one of the most like sadistic villains in like the Action Comics Superman storylines. Not Mad Hatter, but Toyman has been like a serial like assaulter of children, basically, and it's pretty effed up, and it's pretty fucked up stories in the comics. I can link a few stories in the comment section after the stream, just so people can get like a kind of a glimpse. But Toyman would be a good fit because Paul Dano, he's very good. Like you said, he can make a good creep, like a weirdo.
Yeah, have you seen
and like
Prisoners?
I didn't see Prisoners, but I've seen him in There Will Be Blood and 12 Years a Slave. He was good in those movies.
In Prisoners, it's basically like he like abducts 2 little girls.
Oh fuck!
So it's like,
oh, that's the one with fucking Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, I need to watch that one. I've seen a clip or two. I know what you're talking about. But
it's a good movie.
But I don't necessarily hate his acting in the movie. It's just not the right acting for the character that he's portraying. And I know Matt Reeves is doing like his version, because Christopher Nolan kind of like set in that poison of like, oh, like I'm doing my own thing when it comes to like superhero stuff. And
there's
I get
a way
it.
To
Christopher
do it right,
Nolan, there is a way to do it right. Yeah, Christopher Nolan's going to be Christopher Nolan, and you can't really tell him what to do. But Matt Reeves had all of it there, and I think the way that Matt Reeves did Gotham and like the politics and the way it was shot, like if you went a little more leaning into the comic booky feeling and design of the characters, it might have been almost damn near perfect.
Have you watched The Penguin?
So I watched the first like 3 episodes of The Penguin, and then I went to work one day and then I forgot about it, watching the rest of it.
Yeah, that's basically what I did, but I ended up watching the whole thing, and it's like, it's all right. It's all right. Have you seen Gotham?
Yes, I think we've said this before. I watched the first 2 seasons of Gotham because I had nothing else to watch, and I was sick for like a week straight, and I just binged the show.
Like it's not very good, but I think
It's
the
not.
guy who plays the Riddler in that,
Yes,
when
that
he
actor.
gets into like
Yes,
his Riddler costume, like they fully give him like the green suit and the hat and everything, like he looks like the Riddler. You couldn't say that about Paul Dano. Like, he doesn't look like the Riddler at all.
yeah.
Even his costume
Corey
is just
Michael
like,
Smith. Corey
yeah,
Michael Smith. He looks like the Riddler. Yeah, I think his Edward Nygma Riddler interpretation, that actually is leaning towards
yeah, like
perfect.
first season, his like descent into villainy or whatever you want to say. Like
That was
I
one of the
remember
highlights
liking
of the
it.
show.
Yeah, and in the first season, Penguin, I liked Penguin's story in that as well
Yeah, I
because
I
he
wasn't
goes,
too much of a
you
fan
know,
of Penguin in that show because
he goes from
he was
like
too skinny and slender and tall, too tall for the role, and I don't
I
know.
think like the idea is this is the one thing I hated. It's like all these villains before Batman, but like
Yeah,
it just
I wasn't a
sucks.
fan of that either.
It sucks. It actually sucks, and I fucking hate it.
I liked Commissioner Gordon stuff, like the young Commissioner Gordon with Harvey Bullock, like those two going
So
back and forth and like the
yeah,
corruption
those
of like
two
the Gotham
great
PD.
casting. And think about that Jim Gordon actor. Have you seen Deadpool?
Yeah, of
So
course.
like his love interest in that, she was on Gotham. And she cheated on
Yes.
her husband with the guy who plays Jim Gordon and got pregnant, and now they're together.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. You read that in the latest issue of People magazine.
No, this was a fuck off. All right, this was like years ago. This is like over a decade ago. This is old news, but I just thought it was kind of funny.
No, I'm just messing with you. But yeah, what's it called? Oh, the Joker, the Jerome Joker character, and then the
Hated,
twin that they came out with in the
fucking
Gotham
hated
TV show.
Jeremiah.
What
Jeremiah.
trash! What trash!
I never liked any of that. That's the guy from Fallen Order.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a
yeah,
good
yeah,
actor on Shameless and stuff, but I fucking hated that version of
yeah. I
Joker. I
like
thought it
him in
was so
Shameless.
cringe.
He's great in that. He's great in that show. But
Like,
yeah, I'm not.
fuck
His
every
Joker.
version.
Ugh.
Oh,
The
and
scene,
they.
the
Oh
scene where
god.
is it? What is it? The scene where they get Jerome in like the interrogation room
Yeah, and he's like
and
laughing
then
and crying and
and
shit. It's
then
like, ugh.
oh no, like that like little like switch and stuff because it's all it's the old man that plays Hector Salamanca in the Breaking Bad
Yes,
shows.
yeah, I
He's the
remember that.
old man that's like the blind
It's his
carney
father.
that's
I'm
like
pretty sure he plays his
that's like the
father.
father. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I thought that scene and like the acting in that scene and the the moment in itself, if you just like cover that moment by itself together and don't
Isolated in that
yeah,
moment is good.
isolate that right there and just call it like, oh, early Joker, an early scene of the Joker, like as a kid. Like I could see that honestly, and then they throw him in like a wacko
And he just goes into
detention
Arkham
center.
Asylum, and then he's like not in the show anymore, and you just know he's out there somewhere in
Well, it's not.
Arkham
I don't
or
necessarily think
something
they
like
throw
that.
him in Arkham, but they throw him in like a juvenile center, and then you don't hear from him again. That would have been better. But
But
his acting was too good for the show to pass up and not make money off of it.
and then they they go as far as to like he cuts his face off and wears his face like Joker did in the comics, and
Fucking Keely.
it's just
No, yeah, they
look
they
at me,
stole
Hector.
that from they stole that from the death of the family comic from New 52. Yeah. God damn, they steal so much shit nowadays. It's always them stealing from each other. Like Disney steal, yeah, I don't want to get into it. Anyway, but yeah, man, the DC universe going back to like the main topic, James Gunn and the way that he's like leaning everything into, I'm not I don't see it happening. The Man of Tomorrow movie that's going to be coming out, the new Superman movie sequel, if you even want to call it a sequel, it's going to be more Lex Luthor focused, like how the first movie should have fucking been. Like I don't like these like lessons being learned after the fact of like the main film for the franchise that's supposed to kick everything off like is such a letdown and a clusterfuck of what he put out. It was just
Yeah.
tragic.
So like after rewatching and stuff, I totally get like it just there's so much going on in that movie, and I feel like none of it is worth it. Like you don't need to do any of this shit. It needs to be
Yeah,
more streamlined, especially when it's the new like the first movie in your universe. Like figure it out.
I know
I
people are
ugh.
tired of me saying it, but just make it Superman, Lex Luthor, Lois Lane. That's it.
I do like everyone who they cast as those three. And I think Nicholas Hoult, like Lex Luthor, I really liked his performance. I've never seen him as like a bad guy. And I feel like he did a kind of a good job, but also sometimes Lex says stuff and it's like, I don't know if Lex would talk like that.
I'm not into the whole like tech bro Lex, like young hipster tech bro Lex Luthor that they tried to give you.
Like 10 years old, 10 years older or something.
Yeah, maybe like I don't know if maybe they could have
like
aged
of an
Lex,
age.
they could have aged him like a little bit with makeup or something, or made him like not
act a
I
little
don't
more
know.
mature, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Like
way he
Lex
spoke, I was
Luthor,
like, Lex doesn't speak like this.
like how like when Superman barges in and like throws his table and is screaming at him, "Where's the dog?" And like
he's
he's
like,
just
"What
sitting
dog?"
there,
And then he drinks
yeah,
the
and he
thing.
sips
He's
the
like,
coffee,
yeah.
sips the coffee, and he's just looking at him like that's what Lex Luthor should be the entire film.
But in that scene, he's like, he drinks and he's like, he like murmurs like dumb, stupid dog with a cape. He's like mocking Superman. It's like, come on, you didn't need to say that. And you didn't watch Peacemaker season 2, did you?
No, I watched
that.
season 1, but I didn't
Did you watch the
season
scene
2.
he's in? Lex is in that.
2? No.
And he mentions his like the cell over where he's like his cell, his neighbor is like a metahuman who fucks his twink cellmate. He says that. Like butt fucks his twink cellmate. It's like, why are we hearing Lex talk like this?
And because this is James Gunn. This is how
that's it.
This is
James
how
Gunn
he
is
thinks.
A weirdo.
This is how he is. This is the kind of person that he is. And go ahead, Keely. I need Keely to talk more. Go ahead.
Yeah, James Gunn's a degenerate.
No, yeah, he totally is. He's a degenerate weirdo, and that was a big thing about how his brothers and everything that he does, and then his wife has been all over this Peacemaker TV show. And
that's actually crazy. That that's his fucking wife, and she's like one of the lead characters.
Yeah,
and
that's totally
she's nobody, just like hardcore.
Yeah,
hardcore, dude, just a random chick, and it's like she couldn't even be anyone. She's just some chick. Like, all right,
yeah, he's hooking up all of his friends, hooking up all of the same actors, which, like, I get it. Hollywood is an ancestral business. They always work with the same people. Like, you know, we can go back all the way to Martin Scorsese always having Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro. You know what I'm saying?
Sam Raimi always has his brother and stuff, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and like Bruce Campbell in like Evil Dead, he was in Spider-Man, and he was in I want to say 2 other Sam Raimi films.
He was in Doctor Strange. Directed.
Yes, he was.
Doctor Strange 2, because Sam Raimi did that.
Yep. Yeah. He always brings him in.
But I love Bruce Campbell. That's the thing. Bruce
I
Campbell's
do too.
Great.
I love Ash.
Super underrated.
I love Ash. And
like James Gunn's wife, again, is just some chick. She's not a terrible actress. She's pretty, like, she's a decent actress, but it's like, I don't, like, what are we doing?
What are we doing? Exactly. That's what I'm going to title the video for the DC. I'm working on a video finally for the channel, and it's going to be DC Comics oriented, and I'll title it that. What are we even doing?
But I'm still hopeful for Supergirl. I want it to be good because I am a fan of that character. I recently reread the New 52 run of Supergirl. Decent, though I hate this shit where it's like, we're establishing this plot line in the Supergirl comic, but you have to read Superman's comic to see the wrap up of it. It's like, fuck you.
New 52 tied in a lot of the final Endgame stuff for their storylines into like a lot of the mainer titles like Superman and Batman and Flash. So Flash was a big catalyst for that run as well.
The Flash new rebirth stuff up until like there's a lot that's shit, but up until like Godspeed gets killed by Reverse Flash, after that it's like the writer changed, and after that I was like, I don't care anymore. But
yeah,
you know, they did a pretty decent job with that Flash rebirth, and Batman rebirth I feel like was kind of like
Batman rebirth was kind of I like the New 52 better personally. You like the Court of Owls and stuff with like
all of that was
Snyder,
way better. Like
that was,
it was like Gotham Girl is a new character, like Gotham.
It was Gotham and Gotham Girl. It was the boy and the girl characters. Yeah.
The boy character dies, and then Gotham Girl is like now part of Batman's Rogues Gallery, I guess.
Something like that. I don't want to recognize it.
Do you remember the Joker's daughter? Do you remember that?
Of course I do. Of course
and
I do.
she finds his face in the
preview.
sewer, and then she gets his face like surgically attached to hers.
Yeah, I thought she'd stapled it or sewed it on herself to her.
There was like some I don't know if it was Hush or someone, Hugo Strange maybe, but she does have it like her face is replaced with Joker's.
You're right. I think you're right. I think it was another character like assisted with it. It was definitely like a Jack Nicholson Batman moment when
and
they did that.
She's basically like, the idea is clearly like the new Harley. You know, now she's evil sidekick of Joker. Now that Harley's like an anti-hero or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like, okay, all that shit is just like,
yeah, I remember that, dude. That came out in like 2013 was when they first introduced her. It was back in the day when I was still in high school.
And I read some of because I remember we were talking about Green Lantern comics, the newer ones.
Haha, yes.
Reading through that, honestly, I thought it was like fine, but it was like kind of boring.
The newer one?
I think it was.
Jeremy Adams is writing the newer one, so
I want to say 2023.
It started back then. Issue number 1 did start back then. It's been a slow burn for that book.
I think I a few of them, and then I was like, oh, maybe I'll get back to this. But because
wait for the trade to come out, brother.
Yeah, like when I read New 52 Green Lantern, like I fucking loved that. I thought it was so good.
It's great. Yeah, and even the not the main Green Lantern Rebirth series, even though that some of that's got some good stuff. The Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps like sub plot series for the Rebirth line is actually better in my opinion. So I think you should check out that one. But the Green Lantern Rebirth #1, written by Jeff Johns, that's also a banger. I like that.
Oh yeah. Too. So what did you think of Stargirl? Because you said you watched some of it.
I'm on episode 3 right now, and I'm gonna hold a lot of my opinions to the end when I finally finish it, and then you and me can talk about it on stream. But I will say this: I like it. I like it. I'm liking it a lot more than I thought I was going to.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, like dude, the first episode, like I was sitting there and I started up, and then I saw like teenage girl like trope kind of story, but then but the intro with like the Justice Society, and like I actually, when I saw the name Jeff Johns wrote the show, and he's like one of the directors of the show, I was like, oh, okay, this is about to be sick. Because
he created Stargirl, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he well, Stargirl was originally debuted in, I want to say, the Golden Age, and then she, you know how there's like different interpretations of characters from like the Golden Age transferred up to the Silver and the Modern. But I think his interpretation of Stargirl in the Modern Age and the Justice Society of America line back from 2006, 2007, that's the interpretation that he created. I'm pretty sure
his interpretation is loosely based on his sister who passed away.
Yes.
And in the first episode, there's a photo of Stargirl with a girl, and that's his sister. So,
how nice.
But yeah, like I don't know what villains are introduced by episode 3, but there is a villain who I fucking love. He's part of the Injustice Society. I'll just say Sportsmaster. He's in the show.
Yeah,
he's fucking
I know.
He's fucking sick.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
And the action in the show is just really good.
The action is great. Choreography is great. This SFX special effects, I thought it was going to be lame, but it's like it's a little bit higher grade than CW quality. You know what I mean? Like there's a little bit more to this. Writing's good. It feels like small time America superhero shit. I like it a lot, and like I'm actually like holding in my excitement because I really, really actually like it a lot. But
and Luke Wilson, I think he's great in the show as well.
Oh, Stripesy?
Yeah,
it's great stuff. So I want to finish the show. I know it's only 3 seasons, so let me finish it in its entirety, and then we can go over it for sure. Maybe you and me can do I can do a solo tirade stream, or maybe you can come on, hang out with your floppy, and we could talk about Stargirl.
Hell yeah.
We'll see what's up in the future. Keely, did you ever watch any of the CW DC shows, or is that not really like your ballpark of like entertainment that you enjoy, or what do you think about that stuff?
Regrettably, I watched some of The Flash. I just never could get into it.
Yeah. I will say this, fucking Narrowdark. I will say this that hold on, let me put you. Yeah, there you go. That's the new Keely spot.
Finally.
Fucking I will say this, mate. I think that Green Arrow was a lot better than Flash, at least in the first 2 seasons.
I will say Green Arrow, there's a lot of ups and downs throughout it. Like, first 2 seasons are good. I mean, they're good for like a CW show, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, I thought it was a lot better than Gotham. Like
season 5 is really good, but Vigilante, like Adrian Chase is in it, and so is Vigilante,
yes.
but they're not the same character.
Yeah, unfortunately,
but season 5 is pretty much like the highlight of the show. It's like the best season.
And real quick, not to segue too off, but SWA is in the building. What's up, brother? Good to see you, friend of the show. Good to see you, SWA. Hope you're doing well. And guys, man, make sure to hit like and share the stream if you haven't already. Be sure to sub to Captain Keely and Narrowdark here. They have their own respective channels, and you guys can go check out their content. Captain Keely has a few live streams that I go back to and just put on this background noise when I'm like going through.
Really worth listening to.
Yeah, truly the streams of all time. But going back to like the CW stuff, like I never was Superman and Lois Lane, was that show on CW, or was that like a streaming exclusive somewhere else?
It's like the last CW show that is like the old CW, basically. Like they don't make those shows anymore. They do like reality TV and shit. But it's I would say it's on par with Stargirl in the sense that it, compared to the other CW shit, it's like you wouldn't even think it's on the CW because the writing and the acting is great. And I mean, like the character stuff is great. The special effects are also pretty good. Tyler Hoechlin, I really like his Clark and his Superman. He's a little short. He's probably like a bit above average height as a man, but
yeah, you know what, dude?
Noticeably short.
I think one of my like hesitations was when I first saw him like wearing the suit in like a photo or like a video like teaser for the show. I looked at it and I immediately judged it, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? You know, like I'm that old man from Smiling Friends in the audience. What is this shit? Like I was just like, oh man, it doesn't look good. But then I saw the acting, I saw clips from the show, and I was like, okay. And then I saw like some of the fight sequences, and I was just like, yeah, I'm like, I need to shut up. I need to relax and just like let the man cook, because obviously there's reasons why my comic book shop owner, the only show that he has from the DC CW shows on Blu-ray like in his collection is that Superman and Lois Lane TV show. So, and he's a Superman fanatic, and when he says something having to do with Superman is good, I listen to him.
Yeah, I think if you've read Superman comics and you're a fan of that stuff, the show, I think, does the character justice, and that's the best you could say about it.
Yeah.
That's the best you could say about any of the stuff. Like, is the adaptation doing the character justice?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, which show is it that there's that Lex Luthor that's like traveling to like kill the Superman, and then he comes across the original the original original Smallville Superman actor.
Yeah, that's the Supergirl. I forget the actor, but he's from 2.5 Men.
Yeah, I don't know his name either in real life, but I just know him from 2.5 Men.
Yeah, that's from Supergirl, and that was from the Crisis on. Oh, it's Elseworlds. That's the crossover Elseworlds, where he gets like the Book of Destiny or whatever it's fucking called, and then he goes around to kill Superman. And Brandon Routh is Kingdom Come Superman.
Yeah.
And his costume in that, I don't know if you've seen that, but like that was really good. They did that fucking
I have
nice.
not. I have not. I'm a fake DC fan.
It looked great. And thank Christ they fucking updated that Superman costume for his new show, Superman and Lois, because the one he had on Supergirl kind of looked like shit. And then in Elseworlds, there was like an evil Superman who had this black suit, and it looked way better than the Supergirl version.
Yeah, he said SWA said that's Crisis. Elseworlds was a test. Okay.
What is oh yeah, Elseworlds was a different plot, and then Crisis is the one where he has like it. Elseworlds Crisis is shit. I think it's kind of a shit crossover event. Elseworlds is decent, but the Crisis on Earth X one I think is probably the best one.
Okay, got you.
Because you have like Nazi Green Arrow, Supergirl, and then Reverse Flash, who is the same version of Reverse Flash from the Flash season 1. I guess he just went to the Nazi Earth and just became a Nazi guy. But in Legends of Tomorrow season 2, he's also working with the Nazis in that as well. So it's like
Reverse Flash was just like, I don't even need to change here.
And like for the Crisis on Earth X1, the lightning bolt was 2 lightning bolts.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of funny. And like obviously they can't, I guess they just can't put the swastika on TV or something, so they always do like the SS thing, the lightning bolts instead.
I think there was that. I don't know, maybe on TV you're right, but on like
I think on network television, like network television.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
You definitely, I don't think you can do that, but yeah, on like obviously like Peacemaker, they had that shit. So
yeah, I think because I was watching a show on Amazon Prime. They made a book. There was a book called The Man in the High Castle, and it was written by Philip Dick, and they interpreted it into a TV show where like Nazi Germany wins World War II and they take over the Americas and like the United States and stuff. It's a good read. The book's better
and
than
nothing
the show.
Changed.
The book's better. The book's better than the show.
I have heard of that book.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
But yeah, man. James Gunn, like,
that's right.
He's making his DC universe, not ours, not the fandom's DC universe. And I don't want to get into the technical like breakdowns because I'm already like enough as it is. Like the Star Wars fandom is already splintered enough, and the DC universe is splintered now to where we have Snyder Bros, we have James Gunn fanatics, and now we have like purists or Puritans from the comic fan base that don't enjoy any of this, and I'm kind of leaning towards those guys a little bit more.
Like I said, I just want something that does the character justice. I do think like Superman, the way he's portrayed, I think is like that is yeah, that's how he sounds.
Yeah.
Zoom. I used to love this character. I was like, this is the fucking coolest shit. When I was like 15, I was like, this is so fucking cool, dude. It's like the lamest shit ever. It's like so corny, but as a kid, you're like, this is lit.
Yeah.
And that's why, Hunter Zolomon, right?
Yes.
He's Professor Zoom, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, like that's why the Red Death character who sucks is like so popular, and like the Batman who laughs to like a 14-year-old, that's like the coolest shit ever.
Yeah,
it's so cringe and corny, but like to a kid, that's like so fucking cool.
I didn't buy like the single issues following every single story with the Dark Knight's Metal storyline, but I bought the trade for the Batman Who Laughs, and it had like all the collective issues in it. And I read that one from beginning to conclusion. And when I finished it, I was like, okay, I was like, Scott Snyder can entertain teenagers for sure. Like he can entertain teenagers, but when it comes to the more like seasoned DC fans of like the comic books and the plots that we've gotten and the lore that we've gotten in the like past like 5-10 years, I need a little something different. I need something else. And like the elevation, the fact that they think they need to elevate these stories into like parallel universes and multiverse and time travel, like that's the way that you elevate a story, is by going beyond the grounded like base plot, instead of just like making something like, if you made something so bizarre that happened in the regular Earth, the Earth 313 or Earth, I don't know what they call the base Earth for the DC universe exactly off the top of my head. Yeah, it might be Earth 1. I didn't know if they called it something else.
Is like Earth 2 is like the one with Jay Garrick and I think the Black Superman, whatever his name is, like Val Zod, I think his name is. That's like that Earth. And I think, I don't know if it's still a thing, but in New 52, the 52 thing was like there's 52 Earths in the multiverse. And then there's like other dimensions and stuff. There was like a map I remember seeing as a kid.
Yeah.
But like that's what it was. And last time I checked, there's either no multiverse or there is one and it's Earth 1 and then Earth 2 and then up to a certain amount.
Oh, my bad. I have tape over my webcam so no one can see. My bad.
Did you watch the Ezra Miller Flash movie?
Oh my god, we've talked about this, yes, and it was horrible.
Yeah, because they did that as well. I just hate, like, we don't need multiverse shit, you know? And like, that's another thing with Peacemaker. It's like, I don't really want to see a multiverse story in Peacemaker, especially when it goes basically nowhere.
Well, dude, that's supposed to be one of the first properties that James Gunn is giving to us in his DC universe, and he's already giving you like parallel and multiverse shit. I don't want that right off the jump. Like I don't that's what I'm saying. Like we don't need to elevate to that level. Give me all the regular base, like remake Deadshot, remake the Rogues Gallery of Batman, like do it all, rebuild from the ground up, but take your time. Take your fucking time. Peacemaker was like what? They had like a 4-issue miniseries of him in the 80s or the 90s, I want to say. He had like a comic book that came out, and then he was in a couple of the issues of Suicide Squad back in the day, but he was not that big of a character. He was not that big of a character that James Gunn is making him out to be.
I think it's just John Cena. If it wasn't John Cena, he wouldn't
of course it's John Cena. Of course it is. Of course, dude. And then he ruins the fucking character of Vigilante. I know I ranted about this the other night, but for those that didn't follow, Vigilante was fucking butchered in this TV show. That's why I'm not watching season 2. Like I watched season 1 under duress. I feel like someone had to have a gun to my head to watch it because I just couldn't get behind it. I hate it so much. I hate it. And then like when I saw the first episode of season 2 was like a big old fucking drug orgy like sequence, I was like, what the fuck are we doing here? What are we doing?
Yeah, James Gunn needs to restrain himself a little bit.
He can't help it. He fucking can't help it. He should have only directed or created like 1 or 2 movies that he like hands-on had full control over, and he should have rented and like distributed out to you guys are crazy with avatars tonight, by the way. He should have went ahead and like sent out other creators to build together teams and be like, okay, you guys are handling the Green Lantern sect of the storyline, you guys are handling the Batman storyline, you are handling Wonder Woman, you're handling all these characters. Like you have one guy that's like, okay, you're gonna carry over Blue Beetle, Metamorpho, the Question, Adams, the Atom, and like all these other characters that like you don't need to like focus on hyper focus on them like that. Like he just it's so fucking frustrating to watch this happen, and like a lot of positivity that I may have had about this is all down the drain after I watched the Superman movie. And I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how people are just going to sit there and let this go by. I don't know if James Gunn is going to actually get his head out of his fucking ass. But after seeing how he responds in some of his interviews and the questions that he's asked and the response that he gives to the internet, you know, he actually responds to some people on the internet real fucking cocky and really narcissistically. He's in his own world. He doesn't want to be bothered, and he wants you to shut the fuck up and give him money. Yeah.
I think like again with Superman, they also did this thing where it's like, oh, it's a clone of Superman, and that's who he's fighting. Like, why can't we have Superman go up against someone a little more interesting? You know, like someone with a different power set, and then the villain has to actually like, I don't know, be smart about it because he's fighting Superman. Wouldn't that be kind of interesting?
Shoot, or like you say, like, oh, like Batman's not the only one with a kryptonite dart, bitch, and then he gets shot with a kryptonite arrow or a kryptonite dart.
I mean, Bloodshot
Like,
not Bloodshot,
fuck
Bloodsport.
me. Like, fuck.
Bloodsport in the Suicide Squad mentions shooting Superman with a kryptonite arrow, and that's canon.
Bullet.
That's canon, I guess. You know.
Yeah, it's
that's
canon, but that was done to the Henry Cavill Superman, not his Superman.
Well, actually, if you watch Peacemaker season 2, they re-edit the final scene of Peacemaker where the Justice League show up, and now it's the Justice Gang with the Superman there as well. So
that's so fucking lame.
Yeah, like anything to keep Peacemaker around, I guess.
Oh my god. What trash. How can they I'm gonna lose my mind. Like why? Like you know what? I hope Warner Brothers does get sold and he gets kicked to the curb, and then no one touches the DC properties for like 5 to 7 years. I would love for that to happen in like a perfect world.
I would hate that, honestly.
It's okay. I know. I know you probably want to see more. And like SWA said, he said, I hope the Clayface show is at least interesting. Characters. Like I get it. I hear you
it's
guys. You want good shit. You want good stuff, man. But at what cost? Like I want to shake you guys, and I want to be like, at what cost do you want something good? It's like with the Star Wars, with the Star Wars motherfucker. I'm not trying to talk over you right now, but like with the Star Wars motherfuckers, they say, "Oh, I hope the Mandalorian movie's at least good." Like at fucking what cost? Look at everything behind it. Look at everything that fucking built the foundation of this. Like there's no point. There's no point in continuing it. Let it burn. Let it die. Bury it if you have to. There.
Here's the thing.
I found a way to quote that again.
Here's the thing. DC are
10 years
adapting comics, and that's different from what Disney are doing with Star Wars, where they're just creating shit out of nothing and it's just awful and it's all connected. So, like, you could watch one movie by James Gunn. It's like, oh, that wasn't very good, and maybe Supergirl's going to be good, but I doubt it. It's
what
based
fucking
on
comic is he drawing from, mate? Tell me.
For Supergirl?
No, sorry. Well, no, not to like.
There is no specific storyline for the first Superman movie.
Okay, you're saying Supergirl, but like, what about the fucking Creature Commandos animated show? That's not following.
I never watched that. Did you watch that?
I watched a couple episodes from it.
I heard it was awful, so I didn't watch it.
It's not good. It's not good. He wanted to basically do like a Harley Quinn-esque type DC animated show. He loves that Harley Quinn animated series. He loves that shit.
I watched like the first 2 seasons of that, and I was like, I get it. I get what the show is, and now I don't have to watch it ever again.
Yeah, I'm so good off of that, dude. But
hold on, there is a joke in that. There is a joke in that show that's really good, where they all get Suicide Squad shirts, and then they all get sent into like Harley's mind, so they're like collapsed on the floor, and their landlord comes in and he thinks they're all dead, and they're like a suicide cult because they've got these fucking shirts on.
Oh, that's funny.
That's good. I like that. That's a funny joke, but like the humor is exactly what you'd expect.
Yeah, but I'm trying to say, like, what comic book is he basing this fucking Superman movie that he just came out with on? What is that based off of? Nothing. He fucking hodgepodged so many different things together. I thought when I saw Guy Gardner, we were going on like the cusp of like Justice League International shit from like the Bronze Age of DC. Like I thought it was gonna go into like connections with. I thought the Suicide Squad connection was gonna be made because that was all his idea, and I thought that if you're bringing Metamorpho into it as well, and like Mr. Terrific, maybe we're going to get like an offshoot of like Mr. Terrific is a fucking Justice Society member, and Guy Gardner's like the fucking second or third Green Lantern of Earth. Third, actually, technically. He's the third Green Lantern of Earth, and then Metamorpho is from the Outsiders. So like he's picking and cherry picking all these different fucking comic book characters and not caring about their lineage or how they met in the comics or how they met in canon, and he doesn't give a fuck. He just putting them together. They look cool. They look pretty and they look cool. And then like Hawk Girl, like who the fuck was Hawk Girl? What was she even doing in all that? Like
she was Dora the Explorer.
Come on, mate. Like I don't.
But yeah, Green Lantern stuff is going to be awful because we have this fucking old ass fucking Guy Gardner, and then there's also old ass Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart for that Lanterns show. And it's like, I don't see these guys even being in the same universe. It just doesn't feel like they would be part of the same continuity.
Yeah, yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't
Why
feel
why is
right.
Guy Gardner a part of the Justice Gang and working for Maxwell Lord? Why is he doing that?
Edgy, because it's edgy and it's provocative.
Oh yeah, and Maxwell Lord's Sean Gunn, and he's in Peacemaker season 2 as well. It's like and he was the calendar man in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, sure was.
And he calls Polka Dot Man a fucking pussy, and that was the line.
SWA, I believe, I share that sentiment. I've always wanted Harley Quinn to get taken off of the fucking pedestal that they put her on.
She's a girl boss now, so
no, Harley is not meant to be.
We're never gonna see Harley Quinn because Margot Robbie is not coming back. She said like everything she wanted to do with the character she's done. But if the Suicide Squad is canon to the DCU,
that fucking movie they made with Harley Quinn was shite. The Birds
I'd
of
say
Prey.
just recast that character and fuck that movie off. We don't and let's just pretend that movie didn't fucking happen. Well, it's referenced in both seasons of Peacemaker, so I guess you can't. James Gunn's just fucked it all up because he wanted Peacemaker in the DCU. It's kind of fucked everything up.
It's gotten to the point where I'm now looking forward to Matt Reeves' Batman sequel more than anything out of all of this.
It's been so long since that first one came out. It's like
I know, man, but like at this point, like it if it doesn't happen and it gets canned, no one's going to look at James Gunn and be like, "Oh yeah, that was a good choice." They already fucking feel malcontent and dismay towards him about the whole Henry Cavill situation. Like that was a fucking mess in itself. So
yeah, look, Henry Cavill's not even that good of an actor anyway. So, and like and also he has a scuffed hairline too. I don't want my Superman with a dead trim. No way, man. What? Widow's Peak Superman.
I don't know if I exactly agree with.
I think he's just a very mediocre actor. I wouldn't say he's terrible.
He's not. I liked him in that. I liked him in Mission Impossible. Okay.
Yeah, he's good in that. John Locke.
He was good in Mission Impossible, and I've
never seen him as a villain. He's good as a villain.
I liked him in the Witcher season that he did.
Yeah. Have you seen
him in that
Immortals?
No, I haven't.
It's one of his first movies. It's like it's kind of fucking cringe, but
wait, is that the one that looks like 300 kind of?
Yes, and it's like got Zeus and Mickey Rourke is in it.
All right.
Recommend it though. Recommend it.
Yeah, I'd rather rewatch the DC animated movie universe.
That's
exactly.
Like DC should just be animated. Yeah. I'd prefer if it was just a bunch of animated shows and movies. Probably cheaper too.
Yeah, and totally cheaper.
Adapting comics is a lot easier when it's animated.
Yeah, it is.
That's the problem. Like that's why I think maybe Supergirl might be decent because I know it's based on a comic. It's based on Woman of Tomorrow, which is like mediocre, I think. But it doesn't have Lobo in it. But the movie's going to have Lobo, and I think they wanted to put Lobo in it, but because of some like copyright shit or something like that, they couldn't do it.
Right.
But he's going to be in the movie. And hey, maybe that'll be cool. Supergirl versus Lobo, played by Jason Momoa. Maybe that'll be cool.
I don't know. I've been saying it since I first saw Jason Momoa with long hair, being talked about for the DC universe. Before anyone even muttered the words of him doing Aquaman, I was like, "Oh, he'd be a perfect Lobo." I said
the main man. The
main man, Lobo. Like I saw that, man, and this motherfucker Jason Momoa already rides motorcycles in real life, and I was like, come on. I'm like, that it's there for you in black and white. Just make some comedy. Just make.
Have you seen Krypton? That show?
No, I've read like the Rise and Fall of Krypton comic series.
There's like 2 seasons of a prequel show. It's about, I think, Superman's great grandfather or his grandfather.
Live action.
Yeah, it's not. It's actually a while ago on Sci-Fi. It's an okay show. It got cancelled, but the version of Lobo in that, it looks like a guy like they just spray painted gray, gave him a wig, and then they like spray painted like abs on him. That's what it looks like.
Real low budget shit.
Yeah, it looked like that version of Lobo looked fucking cringe.
Nice. Yeah. No, I've never heard of that. Yeah, SWA or Oddball. Yeah, I've never heard of it either, man. Yeah, SWA said I like the designs from Krypton. Nice. Yeah, I just Keely, did you watch Superman?
No, I wasn't really interested in watching any DC stuff or Marvel stuff.
Yeah, the superhero fatigue has
I'm just
gotten
done
you.
with all of it.
Yeah.
I watched Endgame. I was very disappointed. Really liked Infinity War.
Well, I don't know if I ever asked you on stream before. You probably talked about it privately, but like, are you more of a DC or Marvel guy, or you both? You look at them both with like the Malcolm or the like, you don't give a fuck attitude.
Kind of always like the Arkham games. I think they're neat. But
oh yeah, those are great.
Yeah, as far as DC goes, like I like the animated stuff. I've watched some of it a long time ago. And as far as Marvel goes, the only thing I really cared about was the movies up until.
Did you ever watch the DC animated version for Flashpoint?
No, I barely remember the DC animated stuff. All I remember was I vaguely liked it.
Yeah. What about like the old Batman cartoon or Batman Beyond cartoon?
Batman Beyond.
That was like Batman Beyond was in 1999, but Batman the animated series, that was
about Terry McGinnis.
Yeah.
That's Batman Beyond, right? Terry.
Yes.
It's set in the future. You probably would recognize Batman Beyond if you saw it, even if you haven't watched
red
it.
and black kind of one.
Yeah, it's like a full black, and he's got like a red bat symbol.
Yeah, vaguely familiar.
Like you probably would have seen it somewhere, but
yeah, Keely. Hold on, I'll throw it on the screen. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this motherfucker.
Oh yeah, he looks vaguely. Yeah, I think I've seen something with him in before.
Yeah, he had a whole. There's a whole like what they did 3 seasons of this show, Narrowdark.
I think so. It's been a while since I've seen it. It's a sequel to the Batman animated series, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much a follow-up sequel series to their.
Was the cartoon like the original introduction of that character? Or was it from the comics first?
They did a you can see I enlarged like this over here to the right. They have the comic book series that came out, but I think the show was first and then the comic series followed.
Man, I like the design.
Oh yeah. The first issue came out the same year the cartoon did. But I believe the comic book. The comic book is the first appearance of Terry McGinnis in the comic book universe for DC. So, in its own right, yes. But yeah. But anyway, the Batman animated series was probably peak DC animation content. There is nothing that will ever topple that.
I think it's really good. I mean, it's probably like the best written, but I do prefer like Justice League Unlimited because I just used to watch that.
Justice League Unlimited is great.
I used to watch that all the time. I think that's the one with Michael Rosenbaum as Wally West. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Who plays Lex Luthor on Smallville.
There was a DC animated 4-parter of Nightfall announced, I think. Really? Well, they did a 2-parter for Long Halloween, and that one really disappointed me. So, hopefully that'll be better. Hopefully that'll be good. They did a Long Halloween interpretation. That one came in like a 2-pack Blu-ray. Like it was 2 different discs for it, part 1 and part 2. And then they did the interpretation for Killing Joke, which fucking irritated the piss out of me.
Killing Joke, that was fucking terrible. For obvious reasons.
The first 35 minutes are terrible.
Fucking awful, yeah. And then the Long Halloween one I thought was just so boring. And I think even Batman like Hush, they changed
the
who
Hush one was. They changed it to Riddler.
Why? It's just
because they think their ideas are better.
And yeah, if you don't know, Nightfall is the story about where Bane breaks Batman. So
yeah, and then Azrael becomes the Batman. Yeah,
Azrael's in Gotham as well. If you didn't know that.
If you played the Arkham games, you would know Azrael's in those ones.
Another $1 trillion to Azrael.
But in Gotham, again, like Azrael in that is not the same character, I think. But he does end up with his costume, and it looks about as good as you'd expect from a Gotham interpretation of a character, which is not that good. That actor as well, who
what's that?
Plays him is he's in Tron Legacy. The actor who plays Azrael in Gotham, he's in Tron Legacy. That's what, yeah, as like a side character. That's all I know him from.
Will not know that. Yeah, here I'm gonna pull it up on screen so the chat can see. Yeah, for those that never like read the comic books, you know, of course, I know there's some people that like watch and they're like, oh, like I talk about comics a lot, but I am a comic book nerd. So this is Azrael Batman from Nightfall, and basically Azrael is like a character from the Order of Saint Dumas, and he's like a religious fanatic vigilante that like kind of strong arms himself into the position and basically bestows the mantle of Batman onto himself. He kind of goes at odds with Dick Grayson and other members of the Bat family. Along, you know, he's doing his own thing, trying to avenge the legend of Batman and Bruce Wayne. But there's actually like climax moment where Bruce eventually does come back, being nursed back to health, and there's like a confrontation and stuff with him and Azrael. So it's pretty good. Nightfall came out in the 90s. It's not everyone's favorite storyline, you know, because the old heads like the 70s and 80s stuff better. But yeah, this one's a good storyline as well. I like it a lot. Here, stop sharing that one. And then SWA said the Gotham version was weird. They put Azrael in Gotham? Narrowdark?
Yeah, and I think Hugo Strange, who's that? I forget his name. BD Wong, I want to say, from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, they did make him Hugo
He
Strange.
kind of turns him into Azrael, so it's not the same character, but he becomes Azrael anyway. And the costume in that is kind of it's reminiscent of the Arkham version, I think. But there's like less white, and it's more black and red.
You know what? I'm not mad at this this interpretation of Hugo Strange from the Gotham show.
I like it, but I think the beard is like so clearly fake as fuck.
Yeah, the beard does look fake, but he's not a bad actor.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah,
they like Gotham did have a good cast. It's just the writing wasn't always.
I fucking hated Will Smith's wife in that show. I fucking hate her. I hate that bitch so much. I hate that bitch so much. I don't care how. It's
not a very good actress.
Yeah. This right here wasn't bad.
Yeah, it looks just like him. You look at him and it's like, oh yeah, that's Hugo Strange.
Yeah, well, like, you know, the glasses and the beard are like a big part of like the character design. But there was like people that said, "Oh, he's Asian." I don't give a fuck about that, to be honest with you, man. I honestly didn't give a fuck about when Jim Gordon was the black actor in the Batman film. He actually acted quite well, and he did the part justice, in my opinion.
And
like, if you can act your ass off and like stay true to the character archetype, I'm not gonna gripe about shit like this. But when it's a clear DI hired bullshit, then yeah, I'm gonna say something about it and be like, oh, you didn't give a fuck about this casting.
So like SWA asking about Alfred in Gotham, I think the Alfred in Gotham is really good. I like that actor.
Yeah,
that character
he
and
did
like
good.
And he slaps the shit out of Selena Kyle at one point in season 1. He just slaps the shit out of her. Like this
young Bruce Wayne in that TV show was not bad either. I didn't have a problem with young Bruce Wayne
until he started to become a vigilante. Then I had a problem with it because he's like this scrawny, skinny little kid, and he's like doing karate and
Yeah,
like beating guys
yeah,
up. It's
and
like,
we all know that they pretty much that they put the young kid in the bat suit towards the end of the show and that like reveal kind of thing, and they can't call him Batman because it's like some property rights
Yeah,
that
for some reason,
FX couldn't
Batman was
do.
just not allowed on TV for some reason.
Yeah, he was only
probably
like
something to do with property rights. Like,
I think it was,
copyright.
yeah, it was just like, well, that's the thing about the CW. I don't know about Fox, but well, no, Fox had the TV rights to all the Batman characters except for Batman, I think.
Yes.
But the CW had to basically like rent the characters from WB. They had to pay to use these characters. So,
kind of like how Marvel. I think Marvel's trying to, or Sony's trying to sell Spider-Man rights finally.
you know, if Paramount buys WB, then we're never getting a Hulk movie because they own the film rights for Hulk, and the only way they would agree to make a Hulk movie is if they had no other property to pull from. But if they end up owning DC, then maybe they'll just sell the Hulk rights, but I doubt it.
I don't know nothing about that. I didn't even know the Hulk was still owned by them.
Well, Paramount originally distributed, and then it went to Disney, but Paramount still owns the film rights for Hulk, and that's why the Hulk has not had a solo film since the Edward Norton one.
Yeah, which that one was just amazing. I love that movie.
Is that sarcasm? I can't tell.
No, I actually meant that. I love that film. Like I love
the Eric Bana Hulk.
You what?
I do. The Eric Bana Hulk.
I've always liked it.
I do like Eric Bana as Bruce because I like when Bruce is like, I don't know if this is just Eric Bana, but I'm like this guy looks a little dangerous. He's a little intimidating. He just has this look in his eye, Eric Bana, and it's like, this guy's a fucking freak. This guy's violent. I can tell.
Well, like Bruce Banner, like is like a like kind of like a non-confrontational, not exactly pacifistic, but like non-confrontational, anxious, overstressed, looking over his shoulder for the government following him everywhere he goes and constantly on the run. I thought Edward Norton's interpretation did that like quite well.
Very accurate. And then the Mark Ruffalo one, like in Avengers, in the first one, he has some lines, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's kind of like Bruce Wayne. I'm not Bruce Wayne, fucking Bruce Banner. And then after that, everything they do with that character in the MCU has just like got worse and worse every time he shows up.
Yeah. I love Hulk, and I love the Hulk cartoon and the old like 60s TV show with like
the Planet Hulk cartoon movie, the Planet Hulk animated movie.
The Planet Hulk is great too. Love that one. The comic book, I love reading that one. I have a trade paperback of that on my library shelf. But I loved the character, and when I saw the Eric Bana version, I was like, okay, like, I was a younger kid too when I saw it, and it kind of scared me a bit, like the whole sequence with like the fucking evil mutant dogs and shit fight in the forest, like that was pretty intense.
And I really liked, like, there's that scene where he's like got out of the shower and he like wipes the steam off of the mirror, and then Hulk is behind the mirror. That's good. That's fucking good shit.
Yeah,
there's some good stuff in that movie.
there is some good stuff in that movie. I just don't like the angle they take with like his father and
Absorbing Man. I think
with his father becoming Absorbing Man, and like I wasn't a fan of that. But and then like there's the amazing things that we see in the Incredible Hulk film with Edward Norton. And like the consistent like on the run feeling like from the old TV show is heavily felt in that movie, in my opinion. So,
and I do like how I forget the guy's name, but the Abomination. It's like he gets the super soldier serum, and then he gets Bruce's blood, and it like freaks it fucks him up, and he turns into a freak. I liked that. Emil Blonsky, I think, is the character's name.
I think you're right. I misspoke as well. The show wasn't in the 60s. It was in 1977.
Are you talking about the one with Lou Ferrigno?
Yes.
That's the one where he's not Bruce Wayne, he's someone else. They call him not Bruce Wayne. Fuck! Bruce Banner, Eric Banner, or some shit like that. They changed his name because they thought Bruce sounded too gay.
It's David Banner.
David Banner. So they changed it from Bruce to David because they thought Bruce was a gay name. That's not even a joke. That's why they got rid of it.
The reasoning by why some of these people cut stuff out is just bonkers to me. Because
and he's like a single man on the run. It's like, this guy's gay. Why is he alone?
Well, that maybe they possibly could have done that, but they had it to where in this particular show that David Banner, there's an episode where he actually marries a woman with cancer because like he falls in love with a woman and he like has his affliction, you know, of what he has going on,
and his radioactive cum gives her super cancer.
I'm gonna
gamma radiated cum.
I'm letting you know I'm clipping
just like that one Spider-Man comic where he gives Mary Jane super cancer because of his super cum or whatever, his evil cum.
Fucking George Lucas. Jorge, the name Bruce is kind of gay. Hey, fuck off, Jorge. That's fucking funny, dude. Good to see you in here, bro. Great to have you in the stream. But no, this like he married this woman that was terminal with cancer, but he fell in love with her, and it's kind of like this like position of like, oh, you're kind of like the perfect opportunity for me to like say, oh, I got married and I was in love and we could probably bang a few times, but eventually you're gonna die and then I'm not gonna have to like tell my secret to this person, you know what I mean? It's kind of like it was like an opportunistic perfect scenario for him to like take advantage of that. And I was like, it's kind of fucked up, but you know, I guess she had a loving husband in her the end of her days.
Did you watch She-Hulk?
No, not at all.
So in that, right at the end, the Hulk shows up at like the family fucking lunch or whatever, and his son is there, Scar, and it's just like some like random fucking guy with a dead trim, and it's like there's some Hulk guy, and it looks nothing like Scar from the comics, and it's like whatever. This shit is fucking awful.
Wasn't it Scar from like the Old Man Logan comic series? Or
Scar is from
is that a different? That's a whole different like ball game.
That's a different thing. Scar is from the main line, like the main continuity. He grew up in like the Savage Lands, which is a part in Marvel, like on Earth, where it's like there's like dinosaurs and shit. I mean, yeah, the character I don't really care for, but like, it's just like the way they shoehorned him in. It was just like, come on, put a little effort into this shit.
Yeah, and like I said, if anyone has not seen this show, the original Incredible Hulk from 1977, the same year of our Lord and Savior George Lucas created Star Wars, definitely go check this show out. It is a treat. You'll enjoy it.
I'm pretty sure Thor and Daredevil show up in either this show or like movie tie-in shows. I want to say movie tie-ins.
I could see Thor being in this show. I'd have to look it up. I don't know anything about that.
I think it's like the trial of Bruce Banner or something. It's like an old movie, I want to say, with Daredevil in it.
Okay.
The Trial of the Incredible Hulk is what it's called.
Trial of Incredible Hulk.
It is an hour and a half. Yeah. I think. Oh, John Rhys Davies is Kingpin.
The Narrowdarks. Oh yeah, I need to watch this.
I've already seen. I remember watching as a kid, but I knew Kingpin was in it, but I didn't know who played him.
Yeah, Oddball said it too. Yeah, I need to watch this show. It's a good show, guys. It's a good show. Check it out. Incredible Hulk.
And I think there is like a similar film where is it The Incredible Hulk Returns? Yeah, that's got Thor in it. It's an hour and 40 minutes, that movie. So they had the show and then they made some movies. That's kind of interesting. I'm sure these were like straight to DVD. Yeah, surely.
Nice. Of course, it probably went straight to DVD. Of course. Real quick. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. Really love seeing you guys here. Oddball said, I met Lou at a con. Nice guy. You know what? Lou Ferrigno did actually come to a local shop here in my area. And that was about like, we want to say it was like 3 years ago. And I just missed the opportunity. But it was the same place where I actually met Ray Park from Phantom Menace. So I need to put that on my list. Lou Ferrigno has to be up there. I have an old Incredible Hulk toy like figure still in the packaging that would be perfect for him to sign.
Maybe I'll run into some celebrities now that I moved to Melbourne, because now people actually come to Melbourne.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll run into a couple
more of a like upbeat urban area.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about your guys.
Melbourne that color.
I don't know shit about your guys' country personally, so
that's well, I was in Canberra, which is the capital of Australia, which is the most boring fucking place you'll ever visit in Australia. It's so fucking boring.
Yeah.
I think it's a good place to raise a family, but like if you want to have friends and a life, don't move to fucking Canberra, because it's like unless you knew kids in school and you're still friends with them, like you can't make new friends. It's just you have to move somewhere else.
Oh, it sucks. Well, man, maybe you guys should follow suit with our man Star Wars Scran and head over to the States if you guys are able to.
Yeah, flee to America. I'll set up my GoFundMe.
If you guys are able to get your green card, I know Scran's got another like 5 months in front of his wait time.
Yeah, I heard him talk about that. That sucks, having to like wait so long just to get approval and shit.
Lou Ferrigno was freaking huge.
He had a cameo in the Edward Norton Hulk movie as well.
Yes, yeah, he was the security guard with that he like gave him like pizza or donuts as like a bribe.
He was. I'm pretty sure he was also a security guard or a cop in the Eric Bana one as well. He comes out of the building with Stan Lee.
Huh. Remember that? I think I'd have to look that one up, but that's fucking sick. That's cool. It'll be worth it. Nice. Yeah. Oh yeah, for them to come to the States. Oh yeah. Yeah. I have a plan. Once Scran is stateside. Yeah, he's gonna be in the Midwest area. I'm on the West Coast, but I told him that we'd make something happen to where we'd hang out. And then it was somebody said it earlier. I think it was Oddball that said it. He was like, Decrepit face reveal when. I'm not trying to like get on that topic of like being anonymous and what have you, because that motherfucker Den of Shills, he fucking talked a whole gang of shit the other day about something like that, and we'll get to that towards like the end of the stream tonight. But yeah, I don't have an issue with like being anonymous. It's just I'm too small time right now, and I say a lot of crazy shit sometimes, and I just I need to get the channel to a bigger spot, and then I need to commit more time to making YouTube a little bit more of a priority one day.
Yeah.
So
maybe I'll do a face reveal, but maybe also never. You know?
Like one day I might do it, one day like I might not. You know, it's up in the air. Like I don't have to be forced to do that shit.
And that's the thing about Josh. Hold on, just want to say, like, it's his ego. That's why he likes being on camera. That's why he doesn't care about. That's why he shits on people with less subs. Like, he's got such a big fucking ego. He thinks he's the man. Like, he can fuck off about anything he has to say. He can fuck off.
No, yeah, I said that. I said all. Yeah, when I guess we could just go ahead and discuss it. When Nerd Theory, that whole deal with him talking shit about Melvin and the Knights of Melvin and yada yada. I don't have anything against like the Knights of Melvin. I'm part of that whole like scene and shit, you know what I mean? I know that they have some guys that are like a little bit different in like the way their tactics are, and like, you know, to each their own, you know what I'm saying? But for you to like go on to a live stream on one of the biggest Star Wars YouTubers channels and fucking say that people need to get herded and rounded up, that's some real fucking like cancel culture fascist like rhetoric talk that you're saying. And that's
yeah,
just,
like, oh, you don't like what people say, so you should round them up. Get lost.
yeah, he can't handle criticism. He's a real big bitch, real big pussy. Yeah, he thinks the Knights of Melvin are broke because they only sent $2 on. Yeah, I know. I was one of them. I sent like
He's
two.
worth less
I
than
sent
$2.
Yeah, I sent two $2 super chats just saying send Melvin the link, and then I was like, oh, send Melvin the link, you cowards. And then Infinite Multiverse or whatever that guy's name is, he sent a bunch of them, and there was a couple more from some other guys that have to do with like the Knights of Melvin, and like they're all up and down in the chat every time there's a Nerd Theory show now. Like we're all in there talking a little bit of shit to like some of the shills and the fans that he has. You know, they're just a bunch of babies. But yeah, Den of Nerds he's been having consistent multiple crash outs on that stream, and the last one with the whole no girls allowed bullshit, that was just like hilarious to watch. Like a lot of clips have been made about him in these past like month, and it's just been nothing but great content for other YouTubers, honestly. You made a couple videos on it too, Narrowdark, didn't you?
Yeah, I made like a 40-minute fucking video.
Yeah,
like one of the longest videos.
I put that on the other night when I was like in bed after I hit the Vong Bong, man, and then I went to lay down and I put on your video and I was watching like the first like 10 minutes and then I gradually just like fell asleep to it. It was great.
Oh, you know what? I was hitting the Vong Bong recently, then I got an email from my property manager being like, you know, your neighbors are complaining about smoke drift.
Really?
It's like, this is your first and final warning. I was like,
oh,
okay.
go fuck it. Oh, tell them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, I was like, all right, you know. And not long after that, I was watching Scran's stream, and he mentioned, oh, his neighbors were smoking weed, and he could smell the smoke. And I was like, what are they up to that? It's exactly what I was doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I checked like my front door. It's like kind of like there is a big gap underneath, kind of that a lot of smoke can go through. So it's like, but also fuck off. Like,
yeah, fuck off for sure. Fuck off. You pay rent, you pay taxes. Fuck off.
Yeah, that's why I'm a chronic alcoholic. You don't have to worry about these things.
I could just go over to my sister's place. They've got a backyard and like
Keely with the shit. Flask everywhere he goes, like a picture with a
flask
like, into the jacket.
On Tuesday, I had like 8 pints of Guinness at a bar. I went to a bar and we did like trivia and shit. I got so fucked up on Guinness, and then I woke up at like 3 in the morning. I was so hungover for like 3 hours, and then I fell asleep again. And I woke up and I was like, "Oh, I'm fine."
That's fun. That's cool. I think I got drunk like 2 weekends back. It was one of my best friend's birthdays, so I haven't drank like that in a while. I have like an occasional Pabst Blue Ribbon or a Coors after my work day, you know, but yeah, I kind of save it for the weekend. Real quick. Keely, do you have to head out right now, mate?
Yeah, I can head out now. I could stay a couple more minutes, but I guess I can go now.
I was just asking. I wasn't kicking you out. Yeah. I was just asking.
No, I'm not. I'm pretty good to go.
Okay, right on. Well, we appreciate having you. I know you got some obligations that you got to handle over there in the real world. Yeah. But well, it's always good to have you on, mate. Thank you so much for making time for this. As always, appreciate you. Anybody can, if you guys want, man, go follow Captain Keely on X and go sub to his channel. Like I said, he is going to come out with something eventually, but until that day, please go check out his live streams. His replays are very he has a lot of rewatchable content on his channel, so go check it out,
also
please.
Twitter. Yeah, just Twitter. My Twitter profile is Captain Keely. You can just look it up, you'll find me. It's not that hard.
Yeah, I'll plug it in the description at the end of the show. Yeah, but thanks you so much, mate. Cheers. Have a good night.
Yeah, you lot enjoy yourselves.
All right, thank you.
See you later, Keely. And to honor that, I'm gonna dual hit these vapes. I got 2 vapes. You ready?
Oh, I wish I had Melvin's Vong Bong clip. But I can't play clips because of fucking StreamYard.
Yeah, it's like $40 a month to play clips.
Dude, it's 45 a month.
That's disgusting.
Keely's dying laughing. He should have. I should have left him on when he did that.
It used to be free, right, to play clips?
No, yeah, I had a free plan this whole time. I just pay. It just left the logo up in the top right corner, but now
now we're stuck with the logo and no clips.
Yeah, stuck with the logo and no clips. That's why
let me just quickly check who owns streaming. Yeah, just
John,
to see.
We know who owns.
You know what I'm looking at. You know what I'm looking for. Okay, hold on. Fernandez. That doesn't sound. That is not. Hold on. What the fuck? I don't know what the hell this shit is. I'm trying to fucking find it.
Keely said also watch Better Call Saul. It's peak, and I said so. Yeah, Better Call Saul is great.
It is good.
It's the Vong Bong man. Nice. But yeah, dude, going back to it, I know like we touched, but the
we
nerd
did touch.
We touched tips. The nerd theory show, man, it's not gonna last in my opinion. I think it's gonna have a crash and burn effect, and Josh has been kind of unhinged on these last few episodes.
Josh has been really weird. I feel like he's gotten a lot weirder than he was before. He was just kind of like there and a guy, and he brought these leaks and stuff, and it's like that. But now he just acts like a cunt. Maybe he always acted like a cunt, and I didn't know it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are like not like aside from like our side, we actually noticed that there's a lot of people like in the TCW fandom that like really like is on theories like Jockstrap that they're not really a fan of like Josh, and like this motherfucker is such a hypocrite, and he bounces back and forth. He says, I don't want problems, man. I can be nice. I want to get along with everybody. And then he says, I can be an asshole. I can be rude. I can be mean. I like being mean. I like starting problems.
He's
like
such a dork.
He just sounds like such a fucking cunt. He sounds like such a fucking douchebag.
Yeah, and like, oh god, what a fucking loser, honestly. And like, yeah, and he fucking hates James Gunn probably more than you do. And
no, because he got quote tweeted by James Gunn, and I think he like said something like, "Oh, like in your mom's basement," that kind of thing to him.
It was more like he was like Den of Nerds was like sharing scoops and rumors about the DCU, and James Gunn was like, "That's not true." He basically was just like called him out for fucking spreading fake rumors and shit, and maybe even mentioned being in a basement. And you know, Josh's ego can't handle those fucking lame ass fucking insults. Like, "Oh, I'm in a basement." That probably really fucking hurt his pride.
Oh yeah.
But if someone said that to me, I'd be like, "All right."
Den of scams, den of fake sauces. Yep.
Den of 90K comics that
Den of fake comics. Real quick, yeah, I think I'll pull the tweet up right here. Fuck it. This is gonna be like the last segment of the show, by the way, is like shill and YouTuber shit. Like I don't have a name for it, but after we do Bothan Report on like pop culture stuff, this will be like another segment that we have. God damn it. I thought I had it right here. Sorry guys. No, not Reddit. Dude, hold on. I had to stop staring that. I clicked on the Reddit link and I almost opened Reddit, and you never know what is going to be on there. Hold on, here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Did you watch the fucking Rule of 3 stream today at all?
I don't watch their streams at all.
I don't watch it personally, but
is Stupendous Wave still in there?
No, he quit to go join his church.
For real?
Yeah, for real. He
What-
went back to religion.
Wait, so is he still a YouTuber or what?
He's still a YouTuber, but he's not on the show anymore because he said he wanted to go fellowship and be a part of his church again. And
What? So is he Christian?
yeah,
Huh.
yeah, yeah. But
That's
he's like
interesting.
American, like Mormon style Christian, I think. And they have church like every other night, if not every night.
Yeah, there's this reaction channel. I think they're called like uh hold on, like Geck, like Studio Geck. There's just
Yeah.
like these guys who react to like shows and movies. I'm pretty sure they're all Mormon as well. And like if you know about Mormon religion, it's just like fuck it. It's basically like a Christianity version of like Scientology. It's like on par with Scientology, especially how they
Yeah,
treat the members. So
yeah.
especially when you try and leave, they have a similar system of like isolating you and shit.
Yeah.
It's really fucked up.
So I had the tweet pulled up so everybody could see, but this was like an older tweet that this is, like I said, this is when like the Henry Cavill debacle happened, and Den of Nerds said James Gunn does not like Henry Cavill, and then he said even more people have reached out to me since you said this to tell me you really don't like him, just saying what I heard. So weird. You seem so plugged in. Anyway, I just had 40 people reach out to me to say you just got kicked out of your mom's basement. So sorry, man. And that was all he needed. That was the catalyst of Den of
Such a
Nerds.
nothing insult, but like, of course, Den of Nerds is like, you're my rival now. We're fucking enemies.
Oh, that's what SWA meant. He said Den of fake sauces. I'm pretty sure you meant Den
Did you
of
say
fake
sausage?
sources. I think he meant Den of fake sources. That's what he meant.
Den
I
of
want to
fake
say,
sausage?
just correct me if I'm wrong, SWA. I think that's what you meant. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt a single one of his scoops is coming from anyone other than his own brain. Like, he's
Yeah,
just
even
pulling the shit out of nothing.
fucking the video that Bane of Shills, aka Purist, put out on the Gatekeepers Alliance, like he was like, oh, like his fake sources, and then he flashed like the Sparrow files photo from Melvin's ragging on Doomcock, and like the source of Sparrow for what the fuck was that other guy's name that he had on there?
Doomcock?
No. Doomcock had a guy that he was talking to.
Oh, Cameron Pasha?
Yeah, Pasha. Yeah.
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 I don't know.
Yeah. Sauces, aka sources. Thank you, SWA, for clarifying. If you were going to be a sauce, what kind of sauce would you be? I'd be a barbecue. Den of 1 hour notice leaks and sources are absolutely fake. No way. Yep.
Do you want to quickly talk about Red Dead?
Huh? Oh yeah, I know. I was gonna say that. Although
Right at the end.
after we got through all that, I was gonna end this with like I was gonna say you had the avatar waiting. I was gonna say like we also are gamers at the end of the day too, aside from our real life. And me and
Yeah, like
Narrowdark,
I don't have a life because I choose to live many. All right, I'm a gamer.
Yeah, I love gaming too. And I wish I could like stream games on here, but I have like really outdated like hardware, so I have to upgrade my computer and shit before I do any of that. But anyway,
I recently so I built a PC recently, and that's why
congrats, nice.
To test it. I was like, I'm gonna play Red Dead 2. Yeah, fuck building a PC. It took me forever, but
nice. Can it run Crysis?
You know what? I was thinking about that because I know like that's another thing you need to do. And
can it run Crysis?
I think the only Crysis game I played is Crysis 3 on like the PS3.
Oh, really?
So I need to check those games out again. But yeah, Red Dead 2, like I already finished it, but I want to play it again and do all like low honor because I did
that's what I've been doing.
Because I always like because when I played it, I was like kind of just in the middle, and then when you get diagnosed with TB, I'm like, now I'm gonna be a good guy. And then like I have a high honor, and that's kind of like I think the way they want you to play it, but if I just do it all low honor, and then like right at the end, I'll still probably choose to save John instead of going back for the money, even if I do low honor the whole time. And I think the low honor ending, you get shot in the face by Micah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember exactly. I did I've done 2 high honor endings and then a low honor ending. but I don't remember the low honor ending. So I finished high honor recently, and then I reverted to an old save because I was smart, Narrowdark. I was actually fucking smart, and I fucking had a save game all the way at the bottom of my list of save files, and it was as soon as I got out of the snow mission and went to Horseshoe Overlook. And I fucking made a save, and I left it there, and I said that's for when I get out of this, or when I finish the game, I don't have to restart that stupid god awful fucking snow level. Because every time, dude, like, I hate fucking restarting there. I hate going through that again.
It's a lot of like slow riding around. It's a lot of like you're just listening to these characters talk about like what happened to Blackwater and stuff, and like the game doesn't really start until you get out of there.
Yeah. And even still, they still talk about Blackwater for the preceding rest of the game because there was a lot of money, Dutch.
But I love the epilogue when it opens up and you can go to Blackwater and like all this. And like if they just remake Red Dead 1,
I know.
I like maybe I'm shilling, but I'll pay like fucking $300 for that shit.
The whole fucking map is there, dude.
Yeah, if they do that,
except for Mexico, but like
and they've got the John Marston updated model. They've got these updated models for all these characters, and if they just like remade it, I will pay a fucking disgusting amount of money for that shit.
I would pay $100. I'd pay probably more.
Realistically, like they'd probably charge like now that we're getting like fucked up. I want like a remake, a full remake. A remaster is different. Like the Resident Evil remakes, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like they remade the game and it's great.
Yeah.
You know, like 150, I think. Realistically, they'd probably charge something around there, and I'd pay that.
Yeah, I probably would too. And especially if we had a remake for Undead Nightmare. That was another one of my fucking gripes, Narrowdark. I did not play Red Dead Online. Like, why did they even try that? Because
I did. I just played a bit of it.
Fake fan. It's because they fucking were greedy, man, and they saw what happened, what the fucking blow up they did with Grand Theft Auto 5, and they thought it was going to transfer over well enough to Red Dead, but it's not the same thing, man. You can't.
They also didn't really put any content into the online, so you couldn't really do anything outside of like hunting and like
maybe they did like the bounty hunting shit, but like it was just really.
I like the idea of like you have a posse, you can have a posse and like you're like a gang. I kind of like that, but they don't do anything with it.
Nah, it was just for placeholding shit, but such a missed opportunity for them to do like single player DLC for a game. We haven't had a single player DLC in like Rockstar game, I want to say, since Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yeah, because they had
the Ballad of Gay Tony and the Lost MC.
Yeah. That those were good. Those were fucking good.
Those were great.
Yeah, and and GTA 6, maybe it'll be just as good as Red Dead 2, but given like the kind of satire they want to put into GTA, like I can't imagine it's going to be like anywhere near as good as the story.
I don't know. To be determined, because like sources say there's a lot of things coming out that like GTA 6 crew and development teams all had notices of like making sure that the stuff they were making was like friendly for
China.
Universal audiences, DEI,
like the general audience can't be turned off by it.
The new audience, the audience that we all really want to buy this, but they're not going to buy it because they're like 0.23% of the population.
Yeah, they don't play games.
Yeah, they don't play video games.
They don't watch these movies. They don't watch these shows. All these people who they're catering to, they don't watch this.
But like you're on a low honor playthrough now, so same as I am. I'm in Saint Denis right now on the low honor playthrough, and I already robbed the fucking mail office that Angelo Bronte kind of alluded to. So now I'm on the mission where we have to go get Bronte out of his house, and that's where I'm at right now on the main storyline. I've done a lot of all the side missions on the map. I have all of the satchels. I already got all the pelts for the satchels. I don't have all the pelts and legendary pelts for the outfits from the trapper, but I'm moseying along. But man, I will say this, dude, low honor playthrough is a lot more of a fucking like struggle because my fucking bounty and wanted levels are just insane. I'm at a fucking $1,500 wanted level in Lemoyne, and then I got $800 in New Hanover, and then up in the Strawberry West Elizabeth area, I'm a $600 bounty. I have bounty hunters constantly after me, and anytime I bump my horse into somebody in the city or something, the cops call me, and I have to run out of the city to avoid a fucking gunfight.
Nice, like because I got it on PC, I decided to add a bunch of mods.
Of course,
And dude,
that makes it more
like,
fun.
the process of adding mods to games now are like fucking such a ball. Like we gotta like copy these files into like the game directory and shit. It's all and like different mods have to be put into different places, and you have to update these fucking text files and shit. But yeah, like playing with like the Rampage mod where you can like spawn in a bunch of money and just like pay off your bounties and shit. Like that's what I did for my high honor one. But when I'm replaying it now that I'm replaying it on low honor, I'm just gonna try and get everything naturally. You know, like all the guns and stuff. I'm just gonna wait until like you just either got enough money or just given the guns in the story and stuff.
Yeah. I there was actually one gun in particular that like they did it when they did like an update on the game. You get the Evans repeater in the main story game because it was something that they introduced in the Red Dead Online, and then they carried it over to the story because that rifle or that repeater rifle is a little bit more OP than the Lancaster repeater.
And there's like the pump action shotgun.
Yeah, but you get the pump action shotgun when you take out the O'Driscoll's hideout.
Yeah, and like the O'Driscolls, like I love like you're riding around on a mission and then like a random O'Driscoll will be riding by and everyone with you just starts shooting at them. Like
yeah. No, yeah. You know what? I fucking like going up against the like towards chapter 6, the Murphy brood up in the mountains. I like their like random encounters because it feels like a fucking Hills Have Eyes fucking mission or like segment. Like it feels like horror-esque.
In the similar with the Skinner gang in the epilogue, when you're riding, you come across like a guy on a horse or a guy in a carriage who's been shot up with arrows. And it's like, oh, this guy's been killed by the Skinners. It's like, yeah, I like that shit. That's cool.
I know it's the epilogue, but I wish there was some more like side missions and things to do in the fucking like older part of the map, like the original map, like, and it's all redone and shit, and you have everything. You have Armadillo, you got Blackwater, and then like
I think like the bounties are really the only thing left that
the bounties are the only thing left. But once after you take out Micah and then you go through like the credits and stuff and the everything you see happens, like then after that the game is pretty much like over, like narrative wise, you know, and it's just you just like free roaming and stuff, and like you can have fun and like get your bounty levels up and make John a piece of shit and go robbing and stuff, but it just doesn't feel the same.
And like it's more like what I would have done is just like go around and hunting and stuff and go fishing and you know. Do you ever just like fish?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do. In like
game?
when I'm playing as Arthur, like during the main story, if I like want to take a break in between main missions and stuff, and I'm going like next to a river or a lake, like I'll go off the trail and I'll go fish and stuff. I'll definitely do that. Yeah. I actually was going after all the legendary fish instead of all the legendary animals to hunt. Because like the legendary fishing, like fishing for them is a little more of a challenge in my opinion.
Yeah, like there's this mission where you like meet a guy with a false leg and you have to get his horse back.
Oh yeah, the old veteran.
Yeah, for like you try and catch a legendary fish. And when I tried that, I was like, why is this so fucking hard? Fishing
it's more of a challenge than hunting a legendary elk or deer or wolf. For them, you just like literally just use the fucking sense. You just use the hunting sense and you just like find their droppings and then another sign of their direction and you just creep up on them and fucking shoot them. Like it's not really it's kind of like a handheld hunt. Like the game holds your hand for those.
I suppose like if you want to use the bow and arrow as like an extra challenge, especially when you're going up against like the predators and stuff.
Yeah, I just pull out the rolling block rifle.
Yeah, for me, I'm like, well, I'm hunting. I'm gonna use a fucking bow and arrow because like I love that shit.
I ain't no engine. Yeah, but yeah.
Whoa, man. They're called Redskins, actually.
Whoa, I think that's worse than what I said. Yeah, but yeah, man. I enjoy.
Hold on, can I say something? Can I say something?
Go for it. Go for it.
I'm about to say the N word. But in The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio,
yeah,
Tom Hardy's character calls Native Americans tree niggers.
For disclaimer, Narrowdark is not white. Narrowdark is not white. Okay, I just want to say that.
I am just quoting a film as well. I'm just quoting a film.
Narrowdark is not a white man, so it's okay.
But I've never forgotten that. I'm like, that is a crazy fucking thing to call a Native American.
Yeah, that's fucking great.
You know what? A character that's not in the first one that I really like is Charles. He's the black Native American guy.
No, yeah, Charles is great. I love Charles. He's actually probably Charles like is honestly one of the only like actual good men in the Vanderlyn gang. Like you can like debate that Arthur, yes, but you know, like Arthur still like didn't really have. He had his own like redemption, sure, in the High Honor, but he always never like accepted the fact that he like had a good heart. He was always like, I'm not good. No, I'm not. No, I ain't. I'm not a good man. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like Charles is actually like a decent person all the time, unlike Arthur, who's like kind of a bad guy like at the start. If you like play it how like the narratively, he kind of becomes a good guy. But again, if you're doing low honor, then it's just a bad dude the whole time.
Yeah, he really is a piece of shit in the low honor storyline, especially when you get along and you don't do, or like what's it called? I do shitty things like in this low honor playthrough. I feel bad sometimes. There's that old man like in between Emerald Ranch and Valentine, that old man with the blind old man that like is like
it's like a fortune teller or something.
Yeah, he's like $1 for your fortune, and like he speaks in riddles and rhymes. I just got off my horse and I just shot him.
Yeah, what does that guy even do? Like
I don't know.
When you like he says stuff, and I'm never like,
he does nothing now because he's dead.
Yeah, and I think there's some other stuff like Karen is a character who just kind of disappears from the game by the end. Like she just like disappears. And then I like the epilogue stuff with like Tilly, knowing that like, you know, these other women like Tilly and I think Mary Beth, she becomes like an author and like, oh, some of the gang got like a happy ending, you know?
Yeah.
And that's nice.
Yeah, Mary Beth got a good one. Tilly got a good one. Pearson, he's in the road store.
Oh yeah, he becomes and then I think Trelawney, you don't really hear about him, but who's the other guy who the debt collector who Strauss, you hear that he died in captivity or something.
Yeah, the Pinkertons ended up catching him, and then he didn't say anything, and he just died.
Yeah, like God, what a great fucking game, honestly.
It is honestly great. I always like sit there. I don't know about you, but I checked my logged hours on my PlayStation the other day, and it said that I had over 453 hours logged on Red Dead Redemption from 2018 when it released till now.
Let me just check my hours played. Over 100. So that is like two playthroughs.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably add like quite a bit more on my third one.
Yeah, when the game first came out, it was like 2018. I think I spent like a week or two just consistently playing it after work, and then fast forward like when COVID happened, I played a shit ton of that game during COVID.
You want to hear this? You want to hear? Okay, hold on. Let me just find some other games that I've played a fuckload of. One of them is like fucked. I think I mentioned I'll do it, but
Is it like
Terraria.
what
So I
is
played
that?
Terraria. It's like 2D pixel stuff, and it's kind of it's hard to explain. It's really good though. It's old as fuck game. It's like came out like 2011, I want to say, but I played 839 hours of that.
Holy fuck.
And then Crusader Kings 3, 3,007 hours.
Fuck me, man.
Yeah. Dude, I'm
That
a fucking gamer, dude. I'm a fucking
Huh,
gamer.
I like it. I like it. I can't judge you, honestly. Like, I don't want to know what I have logged into like Call of Duty from like my teenage years.
Yeah, and have you got I recently got Battlefield 6, so I've been playing that now.
I haven't gotten it yet, but I hear nothing but good things, and of course, I want to get it over Call of Duty. I will eventually get it,
Yeah.
but
I'll probably play that later.
it looks like classic Battlefield, reminiscent of what I grew up liking. So I don't have a problem with something like that.
Yeah, because I used
As
to
long
play
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I think Battlefield 3. Used to play that a lot.
Yeah, man. I liked Battlefield 3 and 4 a lot. Bad Company, Battlefield Bad Company and Battlefield Bad Company 2, the story on those first two games were excellent. I love those as well. Did you ever play those two?
I think I definitely played the story for Battlefield 3. I don't think I've
Mhm.
played any of the other ones. I did play Battlefield 1, where it's like
Mhm.
World War One, I think. That was a
Yeah.
fucking great game.
Yeah, the
Beautiful.
multiplayer for that one was fun. I like
I was
that was a
really
good
fucking
time.
good at that, and now that I've gotten back into Battlefield after not playing it, I fucking suck. I'm literally the shittest. I fucking feel so bad. I'm like, I fucking suck at this fucking game. But
Don't worry, mate. You just take some practice, you'll get it. Real quick in the chat, we had some people signing out. Man, guys, the stream was fun, but I have to go to bed. Thanks again. No problem, Oddball. Thanks for hanging out. And then SWA said, "Have a good night." You too, man. Cheers to you. Thanks for coming in. We we went long tonight, but this was only the right way to do it for coming back to Unlimited Tirade on the channel. So appreciate all you guys coming in. But for like Red Dead Redemption, the talks of like the sequel possibilities or a prequel. What do you feel? How do you feel about that? I wanted to pick your brain on that.
prequels, I'm not really interested in. Sequels, again. Weirdly enough, I was playing the game and I was like, oh, Charles is like such a good character. I wouldn't mind like a game about him after the events of Red Dead 2. Because he
Yeah,
goes off and does whatever he does. And I'm like, maybe that'd be kind of interesting to see. I
I
don't know.
I thought about that too, but at the same time, I also thought about the possibility of like a game with a prequel game where you're playing an even younger version of Arthur, like because
It would
basically,
have to be a different map though, because they were in the West and then they come to the setting of Red Dead. So they were in a different place. So it'd be kind of interesting if it was a completely different map.
mm, yeah, I feel that, but at the same time, I don't know if a prequel would work because like you'd have to call it a different game because you can't call it Red Dead Redemption because that's the whole point of the first game and the second game was these horrible characters, these horrible people that like basically are building their redemption arc into becoming noble heroes, but they have untimely and awful
Well,
demises.
you know how like you have Red Dead Undead Nightmare? You could just call it Red Dead and then something else.
Yeah, like you could, yeah, like the first game was what, Red Dead Revolver.
Yeah, pretty much. That was like
That was the first game.
that was basically like a precursor to what Red Dead is. Uh,
Yeah,
the character of Red Hollow, I'm pretty sure, is mentioned a couple of times in the first one, and I
he's
think
mentioned in
maybe
like
even in the
lore
second one.
things or conversations.
I think like in the camp, you can hear, I think maybe Uncle talk about it, mention
Yeah,
him maybe,
yeah,
but like, yeah, like,
I
oh,
believe you're
I
right.
remember Gun Showdown on the PSP. It's basically Red Dead
Mm,
Revolver.
hmm.
Like
Oh, you
very
know what I
similar.
played recently? Call of Juarez.
I've not heard of that.
No? Oh, dude, you got to play that. It's it's an actual like it's another great Western like video game. No, not Call of. It's Call of Juarez. Yeah.
I've
The
seen like the cover of this before. Yeah, I think I've seen some gameplay of this actually. Looks pretty interesting. It kind of looks like what is that like? There's like a Wii game that has like a similar aesthetic.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name. I don't remember the name of that game, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Red Steel 2.
Yeah, Red Steel. Yeah.
Red Steel 2 is kind of like an old west aesthetic, and Red Steel 1 is like a completely different game.
Call of Juarez Gunslinger. That's what it is. That one, you need to play that one.
I'll check it out then.
I'm telling you, like you if you're on this riding this high from Red Dead Redemption, whenever you finish Red Dead Redemption, or if you want to break from it, go play Call of Juarez Gunslinger. That game it's a first person cowboy shooter, and it's good. Very, very good.
Just checking the reviews on Steam, and one of them is better than Red Dead Redemption 2.
I disagree with that sentiment, but it's very good. It's very, very good. It has a linear storyline. It's fast paced. Like you kind of go through it. There's like iconic Wild West characters, and like even there's like I think the dueling in Call of Juarez is a little bit better than Red Dead Redemption. Like the dueling between
Yeah, I
two
fucking suck at
gunslingers.
I suck at the fucking quick draw stuff in Red Dead 2. Like I don't know. Like
Yeah,
I'm
so
just
do
like
I.
I'm just like hopeless at that shit. I don't know what the fuck you're supposed to do.
Yeah, so do
It's
I.
just not cool. It's just not cool.
I'm not that good at it either, but maybe that's just a mechanics issue. I don't know.
I think it's because it goes into like the dead eye thing. It's like slow motion. I
Yeah.
prefer if you just could just like pull your gun out normally and shoot,
Hmm.
because you can do quick draws in the game
Hmm. Yeah, you can.
without dead eye. So
I do it to law enforcement anytime they like cat pull a gun on me, and then I go like, "Oh, I'm surrendering." I'll hit triangle and I'll surrender. I play on PS4, so I hit triangle. But I hit surrender, and then I just slowly like drop my hand down and draw my gun and just like annihilate them. That's like I get a high from like doing that little thing on them. Like that's fun. But like the only duels that you actually play in that game are like there's like one side character that wants to duel you in Valentine towards the beginning of the game, and then the Jim Boy Calloway gunslingers that you have to go find, and like you can either kill them or spare them. But if you try to spare, I think it was Billy Midnight on the train, if you try to spare him and shoot the gun out of his hand, he just pulls out another one and commits suicide. And
shit.
then Flaco Hernandez, you can't spare him. He just dies automatically if you shoot him in the hand. And then I think the only one that you can spare or you don't kill is um the girl, Black Belle.
Yeah, I think Black Bell is the only, because it's like
Yeah.
through a mission, I think. But
Yeah.
but they're like the only gunslinger I actually like found. I never
Yeah.
looked for any of the other ones. So
Oh no? Oh dude. The Otis, or not Otis Redding. Granger, the dude, he has like a pig farm that's like near Valentine. It's actually nearby. It's not that far.
yeah, in my new playthrough, I should just like look at all the side stuff, because I didn't do a lot of that in my last one. I
Yeah.
did some of it, but like I got into the story, so I
Oh,
was
I
like
just
really going
realized then
for
I
it.
spoiled the Billy Midnight one for you. Sorry.
It's all right.
My bad. I thought you played like everything about it like I did.
That's what I should have done. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll wait until the epilogue, but then I realized like it's just not the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
But
I do like, Arthur's journal, and then it switches to John's journal, and they have like different handwriting. I
oh
like
yeah,
that.
John is like a shitty artist and shitty
And
handwriting.
he like draws lines for him to write on.
Yeah.
I like that.
There's little details in it, man. Like I like getting in the gunfight. You can like shoot them in like the hip or the hand, and then they like kind of like switch hands or start hobbling around. Like it's little details like that that you're just like, oh yeah, like the developers actually gave a fuck. Aside from the kick-ass amazing story that they wrote for that game, it's just insane. It was good. But yeah, and then I think like in the aspect of like a sequel, I don't know if I could see a game being made with Jack Marston because he joins the army and he fights in World War One. By that time, the Wild West shit, those days is they're kind of over.
Yeah, that was like a lot of that's a theme in this one and in the first one. Like
Yeah,
the
like
Wild West is like the times are changing. Like
yeah,
the modern day, there's no place for them.
everything's becoming society and norm and like law enforcement, police and government, you know, everything's becoming official and structured. So
I think if they just do new characters in the Wild West in the same like vein of Red Dead or Red Dead 2, and like maybe that would be cool to see.
maybe, but yeah, like it's like you said though, if they make another one, I think just call it something else. Like you could call it fucking, I don't know, like Red Dead Cowboy or like Red Dead Crockett, like
Or
maybe
like
like
Red Dead Outlaw or something like that.
yeah, Red Dead Outlaw or something like that, or like play a different gang. Like maybe you play a gang that like brushes alongside the Vanderlins in their early days, you know what I mean? But this gang, they like the gang that you're a part of in this new game, like they all die in like a big old shootout towards the end of the finale climax of the story. Like, you know what I mean? Like something like that. Or there's like a jailbreak and your character ends up getting broken out of jail and then becomes like a farmer and then like no one ever like catches him. I don't know. Like you write the story, right?
Or it could be like one of the gunslingers in Red Dead 2.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't know.
Something. You know, I don't write these.
Yeah,
These
I don't know.
games.
If we had, it's been a long night, so like if I had more juice in me, I could probably like come up with a couple ideas right now. But probably save it for another time. But fuck, Narrowdark. It's been a long night. How you feeling? You ready to wrap a Ruby?
To wrap up, I'm gonna hit another dual vape.
All right, there we go. He's gonna go ahead and hit that. I know we had pretty much everybody that was in our live chat. They said everyone in the live chat pretty much bounced and said goodnight to us. So if you're watching this on the replay, we appreciate you for watching and sticking till the end of the stream. Thank you guys so much again. I want to thank Narrowdark for being here tonight with me alongside with Captain Keeli. I already said my thank yous and glazed him, but Narrowdark, want to tell everybody you guys anything coming out on the channel this week or next week that anyone needs to look out for?
Maybe. You know, sometimes I just like I don't feel like making videos, but you know, legacy videos are coming eventually. More Star Wars comic stuff is coming.
Nice.
And maybe I'll cover like some more Game of Thrones related shit.
Okay.
Maybe. And I will recommend the audiobook for Another of the Seven Kingdoms because it's really good. It's narrated by, and it's only like 6 hours, so you could go on a walk, and like each novella is like 2 hours long.
Yeah.
And it's narrated by Harry Lloyd, who plays Viserys in the first season of Game of Thrones.
Ooh, nice. Very nice.
And he's really good.
I like that. That sounds good. Right on, man. Yeah, we'll be looking forward to that. If you guys, like I said, if you're already watching this on the replay, go check the description. I'll link Narrowdark's channel in there and go check him out and give him a sub if you can, please.
Yeah, and excited to see some DC content on your channel.
Yeah, I am making a video, so a DC video having to do, by the way. So be on the lookout for that, guys. Other than that, check out the streams. We are back to our normally scheduled programming every Monday. We have Hang Out with Your Floppy at 9 p.m. Pacific time every other Thursday. So not next week, but the following week, we will have episode 9 of Unlimited Tirade, where me and the boys get back to it and all talking about all your regular tisms. So that being said, guys, have a good night and may the force be with you all and go fuck yourself. Thank you, guys.